Pickaxe.
5, 4, 3, 2, live from Freeport, Illinois, Michelle.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 923 of the Video Game Outsiders podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Michelle Madison.
And I, of course, am your John Jacobson.
And I am Generation Rye. How's it going, everybody?
What's up, Brian? So here we are.
It's good to be back live on
Now-
Tuesday night because
Yeah.
last week we did a special event with Pickaxe for Yogscast, which was fun.
Sure was. That was great.
It was.
Yes, even John ended up enjoying himself. But yeah, we have a big show tonight as well as next week because, John, you're buying Mario Brothers again, like another remake of another Mario game. We've got a COD beta.
I don't know. There's too much going on
Ghost of
this coming
Yotai.
week. Because,
Oh, are you not going to buy a Nintendo release for the first
Well,
time? Uh-oh.
No, I have to. I will.
Is that a contract you sign when you buy a Switch
automatically.
too? Like I
It's
have
4K.
to buy.
It's very important.
But you're not playing on a 4K device.
You don't know this. I have
I
a whole
know.
winter of 4K-ness ahead of me.
You will
So what are you
not play
talking
this
about?
ever in
Automatically gets
4K.
taken
What?
out of his
It's like
bank
the 10th
account.
release of Mario Galaxy. He's buying for $80.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like the Skyrim.
No, but
debacle all
listen,
over
this
again.
week is fucking huge.
Huge.
Is it huge? Is
Well,
it huge?
Phil,
Why is it-
first of all, Phil is
Okay.
letting all of us Game Pass Ultimate people play
Yeah.
Call of Duty on Thursday. Early access starting at
Oh.
1 p.m. Eastern.
So you do
Alright.
get the early access?
That's
with
my
Game
understanding.
Pass?
I looked into it today because I wanted to understand it. And it looks like if you have the Game Pass Core, you don't get it.
Ooh,
Right.
core sounds bad. That smells poor.
No,
Yeah,
that's
Core.
like
Yeah. Ooh.
what do you get with that? Like the
I don't
solitaire
know.
game or something on
Yeah.
your
Xbox
phone?
Live.
That's
you probably
like
get
something you
online
give your
gameplay.
mom so they
That's
can play
it.
solitaire. Yeah.
But
You get
I
to play
read
multiplayer games.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
probably it.
obviously I'm going to play on PC, so I have Ultimate because that's what you need for PC. So
Right.
you get it there for sure. And that's starting like at 1 p.m. on Thursday. And the kids, Ryan,
The kids.
these
Kids?
like these E guys,
What? Are you
Yeah, the
75 years old?
the E guys, the phases, those type of guys. They're saying this is hot shit.
It looks. John,
Oh, you mean
it
the guys
looks
that play this
very-
professionally for esports and also stream it and want attention are saying it's good?
Hey,
I'm shocked.
Actually,
Everyone's
no, Michelle.
saying Call
So
of
I have
Duty's
a-
back. Call of Duty's
I
back.
have a friend that
Huh.
attended COD Next today, and I was watching her play, and she's not paid to be there, and she loved it, and it looked amazing. So
If she's one of
it
your
did-
friends,
okay,
she loves
sorry.
everything. You're a positive
not gonna say
Canadian, Ryan.
amazing.
I do not. You like everything.
This is
You have
gonna
to-
be hot
you
shit.
have to
I'm
minus
telling you.
Amazing.
everything Ryan likes.
take that back.
because,
What?
Okay.
no. I've been hating COD for a bit. I
Okay.
critique
So you
it
think
pretty
you have
good.
faith in this one being decent again? Because people have lost
But
faith. You're right, but they're sounding a little more positive right now.
But I am looking at it from a zombies perspective. So
Okay.
John's
I
going to
am
be
not.
our main multiplayer guy.
Yeah.
I do play multiplayer, but John plays it more than I do. But I could still probably kick his ass in a 1v1. But zombies, I'll tell you all about
Yeah.
that. But we'll get
Well,
there
good.
next
And
week.
Ness is giving you a compliment. They say, Ryan, you're a great addition to VGO and you're killing it. The good kind, not the
Thank
bad
you.
kind.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
The
we
good
agree.
kind.
We're happy to have
Appreciate
Ryan.
that.
Well, we've got a lot going on tonight. We're going to
No,
talk
there's
about
more Call of Duty talk.
Silent Hill
talk here.
Athen. We're going to bring
Wait,
up Sonic
what? No.
Racing again. We are giving away a copy of Sonic
Call of
Racing
Duty.
Cross Worlds from our sponsor,
Ryan, you know you could
Loaded.com.
put out claymores.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sorry, you could put out Molotovs with the smoke grenade.
John.
So that's going to be great for you and Matt McCarthy hiding in a one-room shack.
Did you know
camping
this?
while
Did you
set
know
up-
that if you get flashbanged, you could use a stim to overcome it?
Yeah, that's a
That's
cool addition. I like that
realistic.
counterplay to a flashbang. Yeah. Well, they have
good.
to add something. Honestly, it was
It
like
was too much
plaguing
being
the
abused.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, we'll get to more COD, especially next week once you guys play the beta. But
Did
like
you
I
know
Said, oh my God.
Nuketown is going to be the futuristic version?
All right, another one to the list.
Wow.
Let's add it.
It's Nuke
I haven't looked into
Nuketown.
it too much, but the beta does look pretty good, and it looks a little bit like BO6 with some changes, some good changes. But yeah, let's save it for next week after we actually get our hands on it.
I think
it'll be a
I
good
think
one.
they just basically highly polished Black Ops 6.
pretty much that's what it's looking like.
All
in a
right,
good way.
so
And
we'll
they
move
took
on to get
all
through our
the skins
housekeeping
out.
and then to actually do our show. Then you guys can
Yeah.
talk about COD once you play, like Ryan says. I know you're hyped, which is good. So anyway, this episode is sponsored by Loaded.com. We are giving away Sonic Racing Cross Worlds in our Discord on VideoGameOutsiders.com. Now, they're formerly CD Keys, same team, same deals, just a new name, Still the best place, we think,
Loaded.
to get games.
Get loaded.
That's right.
I don't like it.
I think nobody knows what a CD key is anymore.
I know, but there was something about
don't know what a CD is.
Now,
No
does
more
the-
CDs.
Does
Yeah.
CD keys still work? I mean, listen, I
It
get
works.
it. I was the
It
one that
works.
made fun of that.
Yeah.
Like no one knows what CD
We
keys
have to move
means.
into a new generation.
But
know,
I'm
people
so
that are
used to
16
that.
years old don't know what a CD is. To be
But
honest,
like every
with you.
time I want like to buy something on the gray market, Michelle,
yeah,
I'll search. Like I did it today, like Call of Duty beta
Yeah, redirects.
key.
yeah.
Like I'm still
Well,
saying.
it's always
still
good
is
to
a
bash
key.
your sponsor at the
Yes.
start of the show, and thank you to them for supplying. Anyway, so win Sonic Racing Crossworlds from Loaded.com,
Yeah.
and then John, we did a Weeb Outsiders last week. We put it out for everybody because what's happening is Libsyn. Just so you guys know, if you're still paying on the app, they have ended support. They have canceled billing. So we've got the last few weeks here. If you were a subscriber on the Video Game Outsiders app to get our bonus shows, the 20-year back catalog, and the ad-free versions of the show. So now is the time to swap over to Supercast. And I just got a question from somebody. They DM me in Discord. They're like, hey, do you have any plans to put your bonus shows on Apple Podcasts? I'm like, yeah, they're there. Because when you use Supercast, you can listen on Apple Podcasts. You can listen on Spotify. You can listen anywhere you want to all of the stuff that we do, the bonus shows, the back catalog, the ad-free version. So hit the big red button on videogameoutsiders.com. John, is that what they do? Do they lick it? Do they, whatever you say? You
Yeah, go to videogameoutsiders.com. That red juicy button now takes you to our Supercast page where you can sign up. Once you're a member of Club VGO, you unlock the entire back catalog of all the bonus stuff we do every week. I just did a John show today.
right.
It's all on there. So go to videogameoutsiders.com, go premium, and then again, you could link that to whatever player you use. It doesn't matter,
Yeah, or multiple players. You want to
Yes.
dabble a little bit around.
Yeah, like on your
Slob the
PC,
button.
maybe you use
maybe you use
YouTube
Spotify.
Music. Yeah,
maybe
right.
Maybe you go Apple Podcasts on your phone. Whatever you want to do, that you can do it to any of them, as well as like John saying all the Google stuff, or just your own podcast player. You can plug in an RSS if you're old school. So thank you to those who have
That's
swapped
right.
over. Libsyn, like I said,
You
they
could
have
use
canceled
Winamp.
billing, so you don't have to cancel. They've canceled billing now. You won't be charged, and it's ending over there. So swap on over. We appreciate it. And yeah, we got a lot of good feedback from the Weeb Show, John. People want us to do it again. I know you're open to it, so we'll probably be doing that as bonus shows in the future, or maybe like a general show for this. So we do a lot of fun stuff this week. Who knows what? PC Outsiders, Micro VGO. We'll see. All right. I think that's all the housekeeping.
All right.
Anything
Let's do our
else?
10-second spotlight, Michelle.
Get into it.
All right.
Now this segment, everybody knows the rules here.
Do they?
Yes.
I like to go over the rules a little, at the beginning, though. So we should just stop calling it 10-second spotlight. Nobody knows what that is anymore. How many listeners are still around from 20 years ago? Actually, a lot of them. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But
I feel like a lot of people still
Yeah.
do.
But you know
10
what?
second
It
spotlight.
A lot of the core
established the
people who come
show
around.
on day one.
Yeah.
We each talk about what we played. Okay. Drinking and food were already introduced immediately into the thing.
yeah, people asked, where's what's in your fridge? They missed it last
and
week.
randomness. Anything
Yeah.
else you want to talk about. So there
That's
you go.
right. It's very strict. That's right, Jedi. All right, so I did play some stuff, and I know, Ryan, you played some of the things too, so hop in when I bring them up.
Yep.
But first off, I did play Final Fantasy Tactics, the Evelise Chronicles. Now, I have never played the original game. I only watched a little of it, so this is my first time really experiencing it. And they give you two versions of the game. The original version with like a few little enhancements, and then the remake of it, which is what I started playing. And
Oh,
it just
that's
came out
nice.
today. Yeah. What happened, John?
I'm giving you 2 games for the price of one there.
I cleaned my desk and there's like a little tiny paper towel fragment here, right?
Yeah, and that's important to sigh about and bang the
It
table
keep-
about in
No,
the middle of my
because
10-second
it
spotlight
keeps
where I'm
going
talking about
into my mouse.
the greatest
okay,
tactical
on the
RPG
little,
ever made, some say. The founding father of tactical RPGs. Sorry, what's up with your paper towel fiber? Go ahead.
Tom,
It
just
keeps
pick it up
going.
and
It
throw
keeps
it out.
going into my mouse. I keep removing it, throwing it, and then it just keeps finding its way back in here. Okay, it's a problem.
It's a big
All
problem.
right. Well,
Well, if I
You
have
know
no
what?
mouse control, how can I do a podcast?
With your mouth.
you mute the button and take care of it privately, John.
All right,
So
go
anyway,
on.
I did play Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yes, tell me about
The-
this because I played another game, Michelle, and I really want to play this game. I was going to buy this game. Should I
Okay.
have?
I believe, yes, this is worth everybody playing. And if you've never played before, I still think that this is the version to get because you get the old version with enhancements and then the new version with new graphics but cutscenes or whatever. But the voice acting is really well done. They got Ben Starr and a bunch of other really well-known people where I think the voice acting in what's happening now?
Nothing. I just said Ben Starr.
Yeah, Japanese and English voice acting. Of course, the English is pretty good, so I went with that. Now, the story of this is actually pretty good. Like a lot of times, like some of the other tactics game stories like that I've played or watched are kind of weird. I kind of like this right away. So it's about like this war going on and these two childhood friends, Ramza and Dalita, are involved and they're at opposite ends of the war. And they start off with like a narrator telling you that we're on a search to uncover who was actually the true hero because, through history and time and as stories get told, we don't really know what the truth is, who's really the bad guy. So they sort of take you back to a previous time and that's where it starts. And the battles are typical, some people call this the founding father of tactical RPGs. So it's kind of what you expect, the grid-based sort of strategy, tactical turn-based planning. They've done some stuff here showing you the order, like on the side that you didn't have in the original version. There's a top-down view for planning now, but you can sort of spin the camera differently and see like exactly top-down. You can now see predicted hit damage. The AI on the enemies is improved. You can skip random battles if you just want to focus on the story battles. And of course, this is all about customizing your units with jobs, which are roles. And this was one of the first games to sort of introduce that. And if you've played any Final Fantasy game, like you kind of know what jobs are. And the thing is, you can make your team up with like any jobs that you want and they can switch sort of freely-ish, I think. I'm not sure about that. I've heard it's easier to change now. Like they've done a lot of quality of life things. There's also difficulty settings and things. And so I don't know. I just started playing today and I like it and I like the story and I'm going to see it through. Now, some people are upset because I guess there was a PSP version, the War of the Lions. Some of that stuff has been removed, but it is in the original version, missing some of the added characters. If you want that, like the original like feel of the game and that other version, that other story, you can play that. But in this enhanced remake, they changed up the story a little bit. They tightened up the dialogue. They changed up like the pathing of the story and the order and stuff. And people are saying it just makes more sense and it feels just more coherent. So do I think you should play? Yes, John, I think you should play.
Interesting.
Do you
was this
like,
original game? Was this on a Game Boy Advance or was this like
I think it was
game?
PS1. I don't know actually.
Okay.
Or I know there was a version on PSP. I missed this.
Yeah, and it looks like there was a version on Game Boy Advance too, but I don't know if it's the same game or not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it was 1997.
But this one's
easy,
Ivalici Chronicles.
Invalici? Evelise. Evalici. No.
Evalici. Ivalice.
I said at the beginning, Evelise Chronicles.
Okay.
PS and PSP old school says, yeah. So that PSP version, I believe, was that War of the Lions kind of add-on thing with some other characters or whatever. But yeah, I was really impressed.
But is the Evilise Chronicles, is that the one that was on PS1 or was it just Final Fantasy
No, this is the
Tactics?
new one that's coming out. That just came out today. And you visit this place in some other Final Fantasy games. I think I remember it in Final Fantasy 14 or hearing about it. So like people that are familiar with Final Fantasy are going to see there's like Cloud is in there. Like there's some other like Final Fantasy stuff like peppered in, places, people. But it's a sort of separate like own little interesting story that I think is really good. And I do like the tight maps here. They're small but they're vertical. They're not these huge sprawling, like when I was playing Sword of Convaleria, a lot of them, and I know there are some larger maps, but generally like it's kind of just really, you don't have a lot of moves you can make in this small space. So you really have to plan it out like a chess move or something and think a couple of things ahead. And apparently if you put it on the super hard difficulty, like it actually will challenge you. And that's what they say, like if you have played these games before and you like a challenge, like just go for it, put it on really difficult and just kind of treat it that way, because that's when it's gonna, I didn't do that, I just went with normal. But people are saying if you've kind of played the original and you want a challenge, that it's nice to have difficulty levels now. So yeah, and people say it's the perfect Steam Deck game, John, which I know you love.
I didn't want to say it, but I was thinking that.
Blasphemy.
It is blasphemy, but I could see how this could actually work really well with that and the controls and everything. And it's also out on Switch and Xbox and PlayStation and PC where I played. So it's out everywhere. So anyway, check that out as well. Now, Ryan, I know you played more of Silent Hill F than I did, so jump in with me here. But I did want to bring it up because we got our keys yesterday. I played a little bit. Now, I played Silent Hill 1 and 2 when I was younger, and I always thought they were super freaky, way scarier than the Resident
Very
Evils.
creepy, yeah.
Very creepy. The headless twitching nurses and the babies on the floor, and it was always like super, super creepy. And I feel like with Silent Hill F, first of all, totally different setting. It's 1960s Japan, which is interesting because I thought it might be, is this going to be more cliche like Japanese stuff? And I kind of have, dealt with demon stuff a lot in a lot of games. Like I see a lot of the same tropes, but like you go in and I feel like the 60s Japan really was a refreshing setting. Like initially I was just instantly taken in by the setting, the world, the atmosphere.
They do a really good job of that. And it's very, compared to Resident Evil and games like the Chronos New Dawn, it's it's a lot slower and more methodical. You're going through these areas very slowly.
Claustrophobic areas of tiny
very claustrophobic
back streets of Japan. And there's washing machines everywhere. Really
old
into
TVs
washing machines.
And radios. I think it looks
the sounds
really
are great.
nice. Like
it does.
Very dark and eerie.
I'd like
you
to
don't
see
know what's
more
around
game.
the corner and stuff.
Michelle, what was that game that we played that took place in like 50s or 60s Japan? Like recently.
Not sure. 50s
You always
Japan.
seem to know exactly what I'm talking about, which is why I'm asking.
I think you got to give me more than 50s Japan.
I don't know.
But yeah, these maps like
this,
right away
though.
are very intentionally claustrophobic, which lends to feeling scared and feeling like you could take a wrong corner and you get trapped. And this twitchy, creepy yokai Japanese demon twisted lady with knives for hands is chasing you, and I had a few like scream out loud moments. Like I don't know, I'm kind of easily scared, I guess, but like it actually is creepy and scary. Like it will deliver on that front in being a Silent Hill game. The puzzles I think they're good. The combat is probably the weakest part of it. It's a little, there's perfect dodge and there's typical melee, but they want you to feel that way because she's just a schoolgirl. She's not a guy with a gun, and she's not a 6'4", 300-pound beefcake. She's just a little Japanese schoolgirl, and you kind of feel that way. And I can relate to that but she's beating people with a pipe at first, and you're finding other things, but you don't feel super powerful. You feel a little weak and clunky, right, in the combat.
And that's like kind of a staple for these games too. The combat is a bit clunky.
Yeah,
you are supposed to kind of be weaker than everything, especially on the harder difficulties. You kind of walk around slowly, and those jump scares, they do get you. They place them in spots where you don't really expect, even though you are looking around every corner. But these monsters seem to creep up on you, and they are very well designed. They're creepy as hell. Yep. I did find, I've never liked the degradation system with the combat weapons, with the weapons. I hate that they break.
Okay.
You have a tool pouch that you can rebuild and restructure your weapons, so they're back to full health, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
But I hate that. And this whole thing, so what I found in my like 4 or 5 hours of playing is you're picking up a lot of healing items. And this is classic for Silent Hill, and I think like Resident Evil likes to do this too, but not to this extent, where you're getting like 6 or 7 different items that all do the same things to a different extent. And you have to manage like an 8-piece bag where you're stacking and removing items for ones that you would like to take on your journey over others. And there's so many items that they throw at you in this game that you, especially at the beginning, you're kind of overwhelmed on, oh shit, should I take that? Okay, I'm going to heal my little bit of health and pick this up. And I get it that it's an inventory management thing, but there's like so many things that do the exact same thing. They could have kind of narrowed it down to just a few items.
Just to feel like a living, breathing, natural world. I mean, in their defense, what also, I didn't know some of them can be offered right at the shrines and handed in for points, and other ones can't. So maybe they want to give you options.
They want you to have tons of stuff because that's your way of leveling up. You have to sell these or offer them up to the shrine to get your charms or to get your faith, which you then level yourself up with, like more stamina, more health, more weapon durability, whatever it is that you're getting, another charm slot, which I understand, but I feel, especially at the beginning,
what you're saying. I do think some people do like inventory management. I kind of sometimes like those decisions, like what can I take with me? What is this? I do like variety, but I know what you're saying. There could have been like a sort of a better way to deal with that interface-wise.
I agree. I do like inventory management in games, but
he might be being sarcastic.
Like
I don't know.
Oh yeah, true, maybe.
True.
I remember doing that in Starfield.
Side.
Oh,
yeah,
it kicked my ass in Starfield.
Well,
I hated
then you could
inventory
pick up anything. Like I'm picking up a plate and it does nothing. So no, I get what you're saying. I think it could be like a UI issue instead of like, don't just make it one pill heals, but organize them in an area where here's all your healing items, and they go in one satchel that don't take up as much space or something like that.
I think you can upgrade your bag and stuff as you get deeper into the game. But like you can stack all the pills and the bandages, and like I think every one item you can stack to a certain amount. But it still seemed like there was too many of the same, not the same item, but items that do the same thing. But I ended up kind of getting in a groove where I was selling a ton of stuff to get faith. So I was making more extra room in my bags. Now, what did you feel about, I don't know how far you got, but like repetitiveness with the enemies? Did you find that it was just, okay, I fought that guy like 17 times. I'm going to just run by him. It's getting kind of monotonous.
I did a little bit of running.
Kind of break your weapon, or should I continue on forward and try and solve this puzzle or move to the next area?
I kind of found myself wanting to play very slowly and clearing out. I did dodge a few people in the beginning because I kept getting stuck in a corner and I'm like, oh, I can't go that way. And I had to redo it a few times. Right. But like the first time I go through something, I do want to clear everything because this game makes you slow down. It makes you look around. It is dark. The atmosphere is top notch. Now I've got a disagreement with you here because you put it on the English voice acting, which I think is terrible. And I've listened to comparisons. I go with the default Japanese. No, but I'm saying, why did you do that? Don't do that. Go with the default Japanese voice acting, which is what I did. It sounds so much better. The performance is so much better. The English voice acting sounds like, oh my God, like every pumpkin spice bitch.
Bad.
It's terrible. It's not going to make you as scared. Like the performance is so bad. Even the screams are worse. Like the person who did the Japanese voice acting, the emotion was there, and it takes you into this 60s Japanese world with the music, with the radio static, with like the atmosphere. And there are some controversial things that have been said, but I'm like, this is 60s Japan because like, I guess there's something you find in the beginning that's like, what good is a woman if she can't cook? Whatever, that's fine. There was another statement that says all men are enemies that people found in the game.
And it's all about the drunk father and beating his
but
wife
people are saying,
and all this.
Look, I don't think the people who made this game think all men are enemies. I think they're showing you that in 60s Japan, women felt oppressed, and that was some of the things that they were saying. I hope I think that they were, and I feel like by keeping the Japanese voice acting with the Japanese music and the atmosphere and everything, you feel like you're really in this creepy old other world that I recommend putting on the Japanese voice acting.
I should have known better.
I don't think a bunch of woke blue-haired people wanted to say men are enemies. I hope not. And anybody who says that is a moron.
Piece.
Shout out to you, Kotaku bitch. But yeah, so
I definitely feel like it was just a white girl doing the voice acting too. I don't even know for sure. It was totally a white.
It wasn't even like someone with an accent. It was like I said, every basic pumpkin spice bitch. Like, oh my God, there's a demon here, and you're just like, no, I can't. This is 60s Japan. Like, where is the emotion? Where's the delivery? And I think the Japanese voice acting was actually done really well, and I like the character. So that would be where I would say to swap. But I definitely got to play more. I'll play through this once. I've heard to really truly finish this game, you have to play through multiple times, which is crazy. But if you're
saying you uncover a lot more on your new game plus and stuff, you really get a feel for the story and the atmosphere and stuff, which is kind of a bummer. Like it's
Cranky, what was racist? I'm not being racist against white girls. I'm a white girl, even though I'm Italian. So some people like to classify. But no, I just
Italian's
think the
not a race.
you'd be shocked. I've had people tell me things before. But yeah. So anyway, I like the game. I'll play through once. I won't play through 3 times. However, if you are a hardcore horror fan, Silent Hill fan, I like that there's something here. It seems to be where I feel like I'm going to learn a little bit about the Silent Hill lore, how these towns are connected, what's going on. And I feel like initially being concerned with, another Japanese setting just completely blew me away with how they handled it. So I like it. I think it's a perfect Halloween game. Get it in October. Maybe wait for a sale. They have it at loaded.com. So
there's been so many like horror games that come out and they're like, everyone's like, oh, this is truly scary. And it's the same formula. Like you're walking through a house and you get jump scares and all this stuff. Now I feel like Silent Hill did it right with the horror. And it's actually a truly like freaky, scary game. Like it's a perfect game for this season, especially like you said, but it is actually scary. Like I love horror. I love watching horror movies and playing horror games. This is the first time in a game where I felt like, okay, this is actually creepy. Because you're slow, like you can just take a step back. And like you said, you like going slow. That's kind of how I play as well. It takes me forever to get through these things. Yep. And when you're walking slowly through these streets and you're just listening to the environments and the sounds and looking around, it is truly creepy. And I think it's a great game if you do like Silent Hill and these survival horror games for sure.
Yeah, like I said, I think there's some weaknesses, not perfect. Maybe I'd want to see the combat a little more refined, but then I tell myself, is this what they wanted? Because she's just a schoolgirl. I don't know. So it's like, is it a perfect 10? No, but it's good enough to play for, I think, Silent Hill or horror fans or just people like me that kind of like checking everything out. I really was impressed with a lot of it. So Silent Hill F, I think, is the best Silent Hill other than like the originals and the remake.
I know was the last one like 12 years ago.
Well, no, there was that remake that they just did that I played.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which I think it's up to, it's like the I don't know. There's something about this one I like better than that. I guess it's because it's new setting and refreshing, but I'm sure that one is probably like more loved overall. But I don't know. Like
I'm hearing
I think
a lot of people saying it's more refined. The Silent Hill 2 remake. Like everything is just a better version of 2, where this is new. They kind of work from the ground up. Whereas
but
that
I like
one, they had
this
something
setting
to work
better
off
because I
of.
feel like it's like this one kind of creeped me out more. And maybe the other one I've kind of already been there, done that in the middle of the wilderness, you know?
Yeah, there's something about like old timey Japanese culture that is spooky, like the Grudge,
it's spooky,
like that
exactly.
kind of thing,
like
right?
it feels more mythical and just crazy. All right, so check out Silent Hill F, and then really quickly, I did want to mention Titan Quest 2. The second chapter came out. This was a game that I kind of told you guys about a couple of months ago. It's like old school ARPG, but they only had one chapter. Now the second chapter is out called The Northern Breaches. So I checked that out, played a little bit of it. It's one to watch. It's still in EA when this one comes out. If you like ARPGs, you like classic ones like Grim Dawn and all that, check out Titan Quest 2. And then, I played a little Sonic Racing. John, I know you're going to bring it up, so I'll just jump in with you because I'm not a racing person. I'm not a kart girl. So, when you bring it up, I'll jump in. But
Kart
I did
girl?
Kart girl, what are you on a golf course?
Kart Girl 304. Check me out on my new TikTok.
The Michelob Ultra, please.
Well, whatever. You guys, John, you call yourself a helicopter guy. Can I not add girl to the end? I don't know. What am I supposed to refer to myself as?
I think I said helicopter collector
No.
it all started.
No, you didn't. You said I'm a helicopter guy.
Well,
is what
I am.
you said.
Well,
okay.
Battlefield. That's
so I say cart girl, and now all of
Yeah.
a sudden it's a problem. Okay. But anyway, I did a little bit of that and dabbling all over the place. So I'm just drinking water with True Lemon. All right. What did you do, Jonathan?
I did some stuff. Listen, before we start, though.
Oh, no.
I have to bring up Mega Bonk again.
Yeah, well, it's blowing up.
It's been in my cart
everybody's
for like
playing
2
The
weeks.
fucking game.
I played
can't
the
stop.
demo. I get it.
I like it. And
Yeah.
Matt McCarthy and I are playing it together.
Where'd you find the demo?
Are you co-oping? There's a demo
Is there
around
a
their
demo?
page. Yep.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't.
Download
Just
PC
buy it.
demo
last
in the
week
corner.
and I couldn't find it.
I don't want to buy it because I played the demo and that's enough
I
for
don't
me.
think there's a demo. There's no demo.
Excuse me.
it's on
you
the
don't think there's a
sidebar.
demo? I just told you I downloaded it and played it.
I see.
Michelle, I looked for
Okay.
it last
Yeah,
week.
it's
and
not
it
on
What
the
a
page.
moronic thing to say.
It is on the page. It is on the page.
I just downloaded
It's
the demo and
underneath-
played it. I don't think there's a demo. I just told you there was. Okay.
Okay, well, I
And
didn't know there was a
played it
demo.
today.
I just
Game
bought the
relevant to
fucking
you.
game.
It's only
It's
11
fine.
bucks.
You can get the feel of it from
It's
playing the demo, but I'm not going to
$8.49.
sit around and keep playing something like this. I do think it's
three
a cool game. though.
McDoubles.
I don't care
It
about
is
the price.
cool.
I don't want it. That's not
Well,
the
I like
price.
it. I like it quite
I
a bit.
liked it too, but I've
And
got other shit to play.
It's
Yeah.
it's just one of these games like, all right, let's just do a run, you know?
So goofy.
And like
Yeah.
20 minutes has gone by. And I've done that a lot the past week. And I really like the game loop of it. Yeah, it's like Vampire Survivors in ways, but the
I hate
main
how the
loop,
character moved.
well, yeah, it's jank, right?
It's-
It all
yeah, but
it
it's
feels
so
intentionally.
jank.
The character's moving at like 15 frames per second, though. It started to get to me. And everything else
possibly.
is smooth.
Yeah. Like, so I played it the most on the Steam Deck, okay, with a controller, and it plays great in that regard. But I like the game loop though, because what it is that you will die no matter what on the final wave. Like it's designed to kill you.
Yeah, it's like Vampire Survivors.
And-
same thing.
But the thing is, if you kill the boss, there's a portal that makes the boss come out. If you kill that boss, you can then take his portal and leave the level, and then go to a next level, and everything starts over. So you're trying to find the balance of dealing with the final swarm, farming as many enemies as you can, and then getting out after you kill the boss. And all that has to happen. And then you get relief. But if you don't kill the boss and get to the portal, there's no relief ever because the final swarm will overtake you. And I just like that loop quite a bit. I got to the second level now. I unlocked the second world, whatever. It's like a sand level. I'm getting more characters and more weapons, and it's just getting more and more interesting. And I love it quite a bit. It's great. I can't say enough about it. And now, Michelle, I played another game.
Did you play it?
I played Fire Emblem Shadows.
Oh
Yeah, I played a little too, and I saw some bad reviews on
I
it.
have
It
to
is
talk
not
about. I
good.
have to talk about this game because
It is not
and
good.
the thing is,
this is the Switch one. It's not a mobile game.
no,
right?
no, no,
mobile.
it's a mobile. It's
Fire
mobile.
Emblem Shadows.
it's
It
the
just came out on
mobile
mobile.
one. Oh.
and
I
it-
just, yeah,
I don't know
wanna talk
why they
about
did
this game.
this.
I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why they did
it's
this.
a
Okay?
reskin of some other game. I
Is
feel
it gotcha?
No. I don't think this game is fucking weird and stupid. Like,
I know it's
So-
shit. I played it.
but I'm going to tell
Fire
you.
Emblems
I'm
are
gonna,
always a little
I'm going
weird,
to tell
right?
you what
No,
it really
this
is,
is-
though. I don't know.
no.
I don't know if you figured it out.
a
Okay?
social deduction game, like every headline is
Yes.
saying. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like Among Us.
What's that? Oh, really?
it's not really like Among
Yes,
Us.
no, it,
There's
no,
AI
no,
people and
no.
you're fighting.
It really
it's
is.
a completely different gameplay than Among Us. Don't listen to
I-
this man. Just because they use like there's a mole on the inside, it doesn't
Yes,
turn into Among
that's-
Us.
that's what makes it
Strategy.
like
Every
Among
game
Us.
with a
Social
mole
deduction.
isn't an exact Among Us
No,
game. That's all.
but that's the weird hook of this game. Okay,
Yeah.
you are on a team with two other players, supposedly real people. Okay, and you're
Wait,
playing against the AI. It is an auto battler. Okay, the characters all move on their own.
You have
Yep.
active things that you click.
No, but you could put spells on top of them, but they will attack on their own. If you just don't do
Yeah.
anything, they will move and attack the enemies, okay? And then after the first, and what happens is when you start a round, it assigns one of the people to be the bad guy on the team, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you're supposed to, you get like bonus, like buffs and stuff if you kill your teammates, okay? And you're trying to do it in a very tricky way, okay? Like you might just heal them to throw the scent off, okay? But at the same time, you're sneaking in magic spells against your teammates and hurting them. And then after the first round, you vote to say, okay, who's the mole here? Who's the bad guy, right? And if you get it right, then you get buffs for the next round. And then the bad guy turns into his uber bad guy, and then you attack your teammates in like the final round. That's what the game
Okay.
is.
Yeah,
And
it's not fun.
Interesting.
But the problem is the games are way too short. You don't really have enough time to like understand how the other people are playing and how they're sneaking in little hits to you,
Mm-hmm.
because it's not really clear. Like if you realize that one teammate was getting hurt with magic, but not the other, then you could probably say, oh, it was probably that person that did
Yeah,
it.
you can kind of distinguish
Yeah.
who's who.
But I don't understand where this game idea came from.
Yeah, it's very bad. And to slap Fire Emblem on it was super
Oh,
weird.
God.
It
Yeah.
was, yeah.
People
And,
are not reviewing.
I mean,
this
honestly,
right
like
either.
I played this on my Pixel Fold, which is a tremendous platform for games with the giant screen. And it was nice seeing the Nintendo logo on there. I'm like, oh, wow, I got a Nintendo game. And then I'm playing it. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
It's
Like,
terrible.
It's
yeah,
so
to like taint the Fire Emblem name like
Yeah.
that is
It's getting bad
strange.
reviews, like from users too, and you
It
rarely
is.
see that on a mobile game like that. Like you usually see
Yeah.
like good reviews, unless it's like very
Right.
egregious with the monetization.
Yes, I've played Among Us. I'm not saying it's Among Us, but it's like that idea where
It's
you're
nothing
trying-
like Among Us. As
I
somebody
know
like-
it's not, but it's the idea where there's someone on the team that's bad,
Yeah.
and you have to figure out who it is, and you're
Sure.
voting.
And that's where
you
the
know?
similarities end as far as gameplay. That's all we're saying. Yeah, Rap
Yeah.
Sheet. We're going to talk about the EA thing in the news
Yeah.
for sure.
But yeah, this is a stupid game.
Yeah. I got to agree.
And then I played this game called Mars First Logistics.
Yeah, 1.0 came out. And a lot of good
People
reviews
are
on
loving
that.
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this game is really interesting, and I love the execution so much. It has this very super clean vector art style, almost like a CAD drawing, the vehicles and stuff, which is fitting because what you're doing in this game is you are on Mars and you're creating vehicles to accomplish goals, like missions, okay? Like you have to build a base, right? And they're saying, go get the steel girder over there 5 kilometers away and bring it to this place so we can finish this base, okay? And then you basically have all these Lego parts to make some kind of vehicle that's going to be able to pick up the steel girder, drive it across insane terrain, bring it to the base, make it go vertical upright, which is another like vehicle you have to make on the fly. And so you're constantly like just evolving and making vehicles that are going to complete the tasks. And you might have to do like 4 different versions of the vehicle to complete the entire task, because you have to have one version of the vehicle that can pick up the girder and drag it across the terrain. But then again, when you get to the base, you have to make it go
I keep
vertical.
thinking of those things on stockings.
Girder.
No, it's a garter.
No
but-
garter. No girder. A big steel girder. Like how they make skyscrapers, Michelle.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you're constantly just making vehicles nonstop. And as you complete missions, you get more parts, you get more stuff, you get money, because you have like a limited amount of money to use to make the vehicles. And again, as you complete missions, you get more parts. So you start with very basic stuff, and they're basically like kind of cool, like servo driven little vehicles you're making, where you can like rotate things and make things go up and down. And you can have 2 different servos or 3 different servos that are controlling different parts, and you can switch between the servos. And it gets quite complex what you can do here. And there's also like an entire Steam workshop where people are sharing like vehicles, and that's
I wonder
where
why
this
it's popular. Yeah,
that's where this game's gonna have legs, right? And don't do this. Don't go into creative mode and all that shit and and get all the blueprints and all the money and all the everything.
it.
I did it,
I
and
love
it ruins it.
It
What?
does. I love creative mode in building games, though.
Yeah,
It's fun.
but yeah, this game's kind of neat, and the world is gigantic. Like I had one mission where I drove for like 10 minutes. Like literally like 10 minutes to get to the base, to get to a pickup item. I had to go drive somewhere to get a fucking umbrella, Michelle. It took me 10 minutes to get there.
And we have Amazon. We don't have to do that.
And then you get inside this base, and the umbrella is up on a shelf, okay? And you
Right.
can't reach it. So then I spent 10 minutes creating a vehicle to get the umbrella off of the shelf.
This is kind of interesting. It's kind of like you're an AI mind controlling like other things, and so you have no like physical body. So the only way you can do anything is by building. So it's like you're a cog in a
So
machine.
that was one part of it. Take 10 minutes, get the umbrella off
deep.
the shelf. And then now
you're
the
on
umbrella's on the shelf, on the ground.
Wait,
but
are you
what
on
I
Earth
built,
controlling Mars vehicles?
I
there
guess in
lore
theory
here?
you could say that.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know who you are, but you're controlling them remotely
Right. I want to
somehow.
know who you are.
Yeah. So
You're the
anyway, you
designer.
spend 10 minutes to get the umbrella on the ground. Now you got to build something to pick up the umbrella and take it like
Is it
10
raining
kilometers.
on Mars? What do you need an umbrella for?
I don't know. Yeah, I think
Okay.
that was kind of a joke because you were finishing a resort that was on Mars.
Okay.
And
to block the
the-
sun. Okay. I
And
got
so
it.
the umbrella was going on a table next to a pool, and then the resort's
course.
finished.
Yeah.
Okay, but I had like one thing where I had to bring this giant lens. They were building like a big telescope, and I had to drag this lens again like 5 kilometers, and that one was fucking bullshit.
And there's a lot
'Cause
of
then-
like actual engineering in here, but it's kind of like
Yes.
wonky engineering, right? I see a lot of like building.
It's like,
Is it
well,
some
no,
based
I mean,
in
I
reality?
think they're adding a lot of.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of like STEM type stuff in this.
Mm-hmm.
And it reminds me of like that Lego Technics, I think it was called. I never had that shit because it was too
Yeah.
expensive.
And also, what are those other ones with the space things that people like building? Begins with a K. You know,
With
the
an-
little.
oh, Connects?
No. Something with
K?
like people. I don't know.
What?
I can't think of it. The one where
This
people
connects,
build.
no?
There's 2. Kirby Space Program.
Mega Blocks.
Kerbal.
Kerbals.
Kerbal, yeah.
Kerbals. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Kerbal,
kind of like that. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, this is kind of like a nerdy STEM Lego Technic type thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, as you get more parts and things, like things can like start becoming like automated. Like the machines can do stuff on their own. Like if something slides to the left, it'll hit a switch on its own, which would then make it go the opposite direction, hit a switch. Like you can make like all these kind of just crazy machines that are doing things. And you could also like create jets and rockets and stuff like that. So like because I did the creative mode, I had access to a rocket with unlimited rocket fuel, and I was flying all around the whole fucking world, and it's fucking gigantic. Like it's fucking so big.
It's crazy. It's 40% off for its introductory offer. That's wild.
And then there's also there is like co-op too online. Like you can invite your friend to your
Yeah,
little
that's
room.
cool because I've liked like Astroneer with people and playing like survival crafts like that, and this could almost be that way because you are crafting and building. So
Yeah.
So what is the main goal of it then? in the end?
Get
Like, what are you
umbrellas.
trying to do?
Well,
Get umbrellas.
well, if you stay on like the standard mode, it's all quest based.
Okay.
And you're basically, the quests start getting more complicated and they start throwing more parts at you as you complete quests, right?
Okay.
Like I said, so like the fucking the mirror for the telescope, that fucking thing, I got that thing all the way to the fucking to the base I needed to bring it to, and then I get there and there's a fucking elevator. I have to put it on and bring it all the way to the top. Like, they just keep like throwing shit at you. Like, in the beginning, it's like, oh, just bring this crate over there, and you just have to put it like on the ground. And then later they make it way harder, like what you need to do when you get it there.
It's almost like Factorio or like
Yeah.
Satisfactory,
Yeah.
but
Very
3D.
light.
Yeah.
Light, yeah, later.
And I have to say this too. I play this on the PC and on my Steam Deck. It runs fantastic on the Steam Deck. It's also
Like
Steam
line
Deck
drawings.
verified.
Nice.
That's number 4.
Now,
And
Sonic
the
Racing Cross Worlds.
The
I
next
wanna talk
game
about-
that's Steam Deck verified.
People hate when you keep talking about Steam Deck, by the way. We got a few complaints.
I guess
Again,
so.
everybody
It's
knows the
ruining you.
rules. This is the 10-second spotlight.
I know, they
and it-
said, but
and
John, this
it
is not a
has-
Steam Deck review show.
Well, you know what? If
It's
you look at the
ruining
history
your
of this
brain.
show, it's always been about what we're playing for that
Where we're
year
playing
and that time. Okay, there was a time
and
when
it
we
could
talked about the
change,
Wii,
sure.
and
Yep.
there was a time when we talked about the DS.
he's a Steam
okay?
Deck guy now, guys. You got to deal with it.
There was a time when there was lots of 3DS games we talked about.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, so Sonic Cross Worlds, we got keys for this. We talked about the demo last week.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan, did you play the full game now?
No, I didn't get a chance this week.
Okay.
I did not.
I played a little
Just doing
bit. Like I
the
said,
show.
I don't play any of these really, but right away, like I did think it looked good. So I don't know why Ryan was saying it didn't look that good. But I like the tricks that you could pull off, like during
No,
a
I
race.
didn't. I said it didn't look good if I'm comparing it to the thing. It looks
I
fine
think it
for
looks
Kart
better
Racer.
than the Mario Karts stuff I've seen.
On PC,
but-
it definitely looks great.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Okay.
Yeah, I was
No,
pretty impressed how it looked.
it's-
Although no
it's
ultra
running-
wide and 60 FPS lock, so that's dumb.
That's a problem. Okay.
Yeah.
No
But-
ultra wide and 60 FPS lock is a problem. I looked into it.
Yes.
You can get around it, obviously, with
Okay.
mods.
Okay. Well, I would probably do that.
I
but
feel
I
like
thought it
they've
looked
only
good.
done that strictly for the multiplayer aspect.
I would
Probably.
agree with
Like
you.
Mortal
Yeah, it's
but I
probably
would
tied
say-
to your speed on it. Is tied
Yeah.
to it.
I would agree maybe with that, but it does seem like a lot of Japanese games, Sega, Capcom,
Yeah, they're not always the best with that, but they're getting better.
They don't
They're getting
like
better.
ultra wide, and they don't like going over 60 for some
They don't
reason.
like going over 60. I mean, look at Elden Ring, right? Which
Yeah.
is like originally where I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, you guys need to get better.
Yeah.
But
Right.
they're getting better with it. But anyway, as far as this game, I actually kind of had fun. It's just not my type of thing. I liked how you went from world to world. It kept it fun. I liked the tricks that you pulled off with the moves. And I think it looks really good. So, John, what did you think after playing like the full version? Any changes?
I like it more than the demo for sure. Because I have access to all the characters now, and I'm trying them all. I have to admit, honestly, I don't see a huge difference in how I do, depending on the character I pick or the cart. You know, like I just pick the fast cart, the speed cart, or the acceleration cart, and I'm always like ending the game in first. You know, but you're supposed to try all these characters. They have relationships with each other, Michelle.
Do I care about that?
Well, I guess they give you different skins and outfits, which is what's going to become, which is, I guess, important for online if you want to
Okay.
post.
Oh, like synergies
Yeah,
and playing with
flex.
people too, probably.
Yeah, like you
like
get like
certain
so.
characters.
What the game is like, and if you're not aware of what Crossworlds is, basically there are 24 main tracks in the game. Okay, and then there are 15 Crossworld tracks that you can select. The on the second lap, the person in first place can pick one of two tracks that the game morphs into for the second lap, okay? And then the third lap always goes back to the first course that you started on, right? So there's 24 main courses and then 15 cross-world courses that'll be interjected into the game on the second lap. And it basically just transforms into something else, just like that Ratchet and Clank game, you know?
Yep.
It's seamless and it's pretty cool, right? And a lot of the tracks are really fantastical with like dinosaurs. There's this one
It
like
looked
Halloween
really
one.
good. Like the
Yeah, I know.
graphics were really good. Like I don't know. I was impressed. Like
Yeah,
looking
no,
at
the
dinosaurs
graphics
in
are
the
good.
water.
The
They're good.
dinosaurs. There's one Halloween track I fucking love.
There's
that's
much
really
more
great.
going on in the world. It's not as bare bones as Mario Kart that
It's
I've seen in
chaotic,
video
right?
games. It's chaotic.
Yeah, they
intentionally.
definitely added a more like you said, Mario Kart
it's
is
alive
very
and
bare
vibrant.
bones.
Well, it's like I
Yeah.
think it's Unreal 5. I know it's Unreal. I'm assuming it's 5, but and it runs very smooth. And
Okay.
and you also have these rivals. So like before every match, it picks like a random rival that is basically an amped up CPU character that is going to give you some competition within the game. And so you have to make sure you beat that rival every time. But that's like a little game inside the game. And that person will be of a different, might be one time he's like level 1, one time he's level 5. You don't know what your rival is going to be. Sometimes it'll be hard, right?
Okay.
But honestly, though, it has that rubber band stuff. Really, the last like lap is what really matters in this game. Like Mario Kart, Ryan, like where it's like it doesn't really matter a lot what you do in the first couple of laps. It's that
Right.
It's that
final stretch.
final lap.
Yeah.
I guess they
where
kind of do it because
everything-
like you're racing for a while. If you fall behind, you just want to quit. They want to keep you playing, feeling like you
Yeah.
can turn it around.
It's that
They
rubber
give you a
band-
boost if you're in the back.
Yeah.
They kind of nerf you if you're in the front.
Kind of-
It's
Right.
But I get it.
So here's the thing. This is a straight up racing game. I tried the online. I actually got disconnected. I only tried it once, and that was it. I'll try it
Old School
again.
says last week you didn't seem impressed with what changed. Well, I didn't play. Ryan didn't play this
I
week.
think I just
And
played a lot more of it, and
I'll play
it was-
again.
and I did play it on my Steam Deck, which I didn't do last time. I only played it on
And
my
I think
Xbox.
they liked it. They just
Yeah.
they just were comparing
Yeah,
to
I liked
Mario
it.
Kart. The one thing I'll disagree with though is Ryan saying Mario Kart looks better. I definitely don't think
Well,
it
let me
does.
just finish here because I haven't given you my full review. I think that this game is just like a straight up racing game, though. That's it. Like, I'm not seeing anything else besides that. The Crossworlds thing, whatever, kind of interesting. It's a neat kind of technology showcase, whatever. But
Yeah.
Mario Kart World with that open world, that's what
I think
really
open
made
world
that
is
game.
Cool. Yeah, but I do like the Crossworlds thing. I felt like more. I don't know. I didn't play the open world thing.
I don't
but
think. I think
that's a cool gimmick they have in the game. That is really.
I think it's a cool gimmick, but I don't think it's that. Oh my god! It's basically the second
it
lap
just keeps
is
it feeling
different.
fresh and different.
Yes.
It's just stuck
Yeah.
on a track. But I don't know. I would it have been cooler open world? Probably. But
Yeah,
maybe
I guess
there's-
with Mario Kart, you're strictly doing the same. Like you hit a Grand Prix, and that
Mm-hmm.
first race is the same race every time. Now, when you do Grand Prix in this,
Yes.
that first race is the same, but you have that extra.
That's-
Okay,
the second lap
lap's
is
gonna be
always
different.
different.
It
Right.
can be from
Cranky
any
says,
of
"What
these
else is
maps.
Mario Kart but a racing game?"
Because, like I said last week, the free roam mode that they added in Mario Kart World is a big fucking deal. That's a big change.
What are you doing while you're free roaming? Are you
You're just
doing
collecting
mini games
things.
and collecting?
Yeah,
or-
you're mini
but
games.
you
racing
have
games.
full access to the map that's gigantic in that
Mm-hmm.
game. The exploration is endless. There's all kinds of little challenges all over the fucking map.
Right. So
There's
it's like
tons
Tony
of
Hawk,
collectible.
like you're in an open world Tony Hawk and you get
Yes.
a quest and you can do this and stuff. Yeah, it keeps it
Yeah,
more like
with Mario
playing in the
Kart, they've
world.
implemented those old like balloon games and all the other extra mini games you can play into
Yeah.
their open world.
I mean,
And
they
you
could
can
add a
still do those
map
mini
like that
games
in
with your
this. It sounds like
friends.
it'd be cool, but I guess
They
they just
could,
wanted to
for
go for
sure.
straight racing and classic arcade racing or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's being reviewed
Yeah.
very well, like as lukewarm as maybe they seem on it. I mean, it if you guys like kart racers, you should probably look at it because it's getting overwhelmingly positive reviews and people like
Yeah.
it. So
I do like the courses quite a bit, and the drifting I started getting really good at. It
Yeah,
does feel a
that was
little bit
fun.
different than Mario Kart to me.
It's more instant.
Yeah,
You
it's
instantly
it's
drift
hard to
instead
des-
of hop into it, right?
Yeah, it's hard to describe. Like I was trying to do it like Mario Kart, and I was kind of failing, and I started getting the hang of it a little bit more. It just has a different feel, you know.
right.
And so like, and what I like too, like when you're in the water, you could do like little drift jumps in there. Like if you hold down the right bumper in the water, the meter fills up and you let go and you jump up in the air. And then Michelle,
same
like
as
you
Mario
said,
Kart.
Yeah.
You can do that in Mario Kart too.
what do you mean?
You can hold drift and jump in the water and on land.
When
and get
you're
a boost.
turning? Yeah, you
Yep.
can when you go straight.
Yeah.
You're right. And then Michelle, like the acrobatic stuff, that's kind of important because like if you jump off a cliff or a ramp, whatever, you can like twirl around and all this shit, and then when you land, you get like a huge boost.
Yeah,
from
made me
doing
think
that.
of Tony Hawk. Like the last time I did it, I was like, oh, I feel like I'm pulling off tricks, and the more I do, the more points I get, and that's so it's not a straight up kart racer to me. Just with something like that involved, to me, it is something more. It's trying to get tricks done, like SSX tricky, and trying to slam a bunch of tricks in before you land.
Yeah. So I don't know. I would probably wait till this is on sale, honestly, because I think it is a little more bare bones. But they are doing events. Like they have an event scheduled that they just announced that's on in the menu right now for some it's some crossover with some IP that I don't honestly know what it is. And then they're also going to be doing Minecraft characters in the game and SpongeBob.
Yeah, they have Persona in there.
And Yakuza. And Yakuza, you could play as the Yakuza guy. So they're adding that stuff soon. Like right now, that stuff has like padlocks on it and timed things. Like, by the way, Minecraft, that's Microsoft. That's coming in here. They're gonna have
that's true. Well, Microsoft and Nintendo have a good reputation, and same with Sega. So they're all kind of friendly with each other. It's only PlayStation that they all hate. So collectively,
yeah, but they're gonna have SpongeBob and Patrick too.
Yeah, I think this has legs. I think they're going to keep doing this. Yeah.
Well, if they do if they do the events like they're advertising right now, which hasn't started yet, by the way, like I said, but they have this event coming up where if you do all the little things in the event, you can unlock all these skins and vehicles and all that. So if they're constantly doing stuff like that,
the FOMO stuff, classic for these they're making it like a service.
Right.
But like I said last week, this is like the Smash Bros of kart race. They're going to continue to add these new characters and all these cosmetics and everything to keep the game alive, right? And that's what you need with a game like this. Whereas Mario Kart, we're going to be playing it for the entire life of the Switch, but it's not going to change much. We'll get the new tracks and all that, and maybe a couple new characters, but nothing where
and Nintendo
Sonic's going to reach out and get different characters, like maybe Master Chief one day.
But Nintendo will never do that. They're not going to, they'll never add Master Chief or SpongeBob.
No, they'll stick to their own group, right? Their own little.
But they won't even add Zelda to it. Like they have strict rules about Mario Kart, right?
Yeah.
Like it has to come from the Mario universe. There's no Link and Zelda in here.
That's silly.
Well, they have
World. It should be
Castle,
Nintendo
don't they?
World. Yeah.
What's
They
that?
have Zelda's castle in one of the maps. They've done they've reached out.
That's Peach's castle.
Or Peach's castle. Yeah, never mind. No, there's definitely a Zelda level.
There's
in Mario
no
Kart.
Zelda Mario Kart.
Am I freaking losing my mind here?
Yes. Welcome.
You're gonna make me Google this.
Yeah, but they should do things that should in the world. That should be like the perfect spot to put in all the Nintendo characters. Don't act like you guys.
All right, there's a Hyrule circuit.
Yeah, there is. I'm not an idiot.
Okay,
John's an idiot. All right, we figured it out.
But you can't
Good.
play as
I'm
Link.
on board.
No, but there's a track based on Zelda.
Wait, can you play as Link?
Probably. You guys are both idiots. All right, we figured it out. Oh well.
All right. Link was in Mario Kart 8, so it's the only time they did it.
It was the 8. I knew it.
But they've done it. And maybe they'll do it again. It's in the DLC pack. It's in the. It's coming.
Exactly.
All right.
It's coming for $20.
I'm sorry. Forgive me for saying
I apologize, guys.
You're
They're both
forgiven,
idiots.
I thought there were
Just
strict
John's
rules
idiot.
about the
There
Zelda
is.
in here.
Keeping
What?
it within Nintendo.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good rule for them, maybe, but I do like the fact that Sonic has the freedom to. I see they're doing a bunch of like anime characters and shit from other worlds and crazy stuff that. Nintendo
Now you're
won't
making
do.
me look up all the characters in Mario Kart 8. Did they?
There was a lot in that game.
Wait a
though.
minute.
There's a ton
Derek
of
says
stuff
the
in there.
arcade Mario
It's
Kart has Pac-Man.
Well, that's
It's not just Nintendo World.
That's because that's made by Namco, though. That game.
Well, technically, a Mario Kart has a non-Nintendo character, so both you guys are wrong.
No, Mario
Turn
Kart
into
Arcade is
Nintendo
made by
Kart.
Namco. Namco owns Pac-Man.
Yeah, but it's not a Nintendo character. You said it was in Nintendo's world. That's
talking-
not Nintendo's
oh my
world.
God.
Oh
Okay,
my
so-
God.
All right, so we have Splatoon characters. We have Animal
So
Crossing
there is
characters.
a chance for Master Chief.
For Master Chief.
No way.
But they don't, like, Smash Brothers has, like,
Everything.
they seem to have looser rules, is kind of what I was
Yeah.
getting at.
Yeah.
Well, people
Right?
It's
want
like stuff that's on Nintendo's
want all the
console,
characters.
not
I
necessarily a
guarantee
first party.
the Sonic's gonna have like Tifa showing up, and like there'll be like all characters from all games and a big Japanese properties probably. Oh, Pac-Man's coming to Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Yeah, he was a pre-order thing. I think, too.
All right, so I'm looking at all the characters there were in Mario Kart 8. And so they had the Inkling girl.
No, not
They had the
Antifa
Inkling
team.
boy.
Oh, right. They did have Splatoon. Yeah.
They're all in
They
jail.
had
hopefully.
they had Link. They had Villager male, Villager female. Oh,
They
you
had
could,
the Animal Crossing characters too. No?
Isabelle.
Am I mixing.
they
Yeah, there
did
you go.
Diddy Kong and Funky Kong, Pauline, Peachette. So that's it. That's as far as they
Peachette, Who
went.
the hell is that, ghetto bitch?
But that's as far as they
Peachette.
went. That's as crazy as they got. Was those last ones?
Yeah.
Cool,
And what
cool.
about Luigi's girlfriend? They didn't get Daisy in there?
They had Pauline
Daisy's
heavy
Okay.
and Peachette
You got
medium.
to bring all the girlfriends in. Best
Yeah.
one wins. Pro Tifa.
All right. Well,
All right,
I
what are you
wasn't
drinking?
totally wrong. They never went crazy with
Hand
Mario
in your
Kart.
card. You're done. What
Well,
are
they
you
didn't go
drinking?
crazy really at all. They had Wendy and Ludwig.
What are you
All right.
drinking, John?
What are
I'm
you
drinking a Diet Mountain Dew. Oh, Michelle.
Yes, Jonathan. Oh,
What's in your fridge? Forgot to
I
ask
really
you.
hate this section, but I know some people like it, so I will
People
humor
really
you.
like it.
Yeah. You know what? I have, and I've kind of talked about this before, but I found it again. I was always an Italian dressing girl, but I picked up Ken's
Oh.
Greek. Ken's Greek.
Ken's. Oh,
The
I
Greek-
bought that.
I like the Greek
I-
better than the
I have-
Italian now.
Get
And I
outta
don't know what
here.
it is. Yeah. You buy this, the Ken's
I
Simply
have-
Greek.
I
Okay.
purchased this though. It has a little bit of
Yeah.
feta in it, right?
I don't know. I don't taste the feta. I don't know what it is, but it reminds me of a Greek restaurant in Connecticut, Post Corner Pizza, where I used to get salad and pizza in Darien. I loved it. And it takes me back there. Like if you like a good Greek dressing, Ken's Simply Greek. That's in my fridge because I ran out of the Italian and I picked up the Greek. That's what's in my fridge. Check it out.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
delicious.
It's a good fridge.
It's a good fridge with good
Nice.
dressing. John, what's in your fridge? I know you're gonna want to tell
Oh.
us. So, Minnie, this
Well-
is not the best segment. No, don't encourage.
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah, what's in your fridge?
Oh, I just bought some cornichones.
What is that?
Cornichones?
Ivalice?
Cornichones?
I don't know what that is.
Some pickles?
No,
Some
they're
cucumbers?
small pickled gherkins.
Ew.
They're very small, Michelle.
I don't like them small.
They're tiny. They're
Okay.
tiny.
That sounds
they're
gross.
like they're little teeny tiny pickles, and they're a great thing for.
Oh, those are delicious.
I-
Michelle.
aren't-
You
I
ever
don't
have
like
Yeah.
pickles. They ruin a sandwich. They
You don't
stick
like
them in the side of the
cornichones?
sandwich, and then the juice ruins the bread. It gets wet and pickly tasting.
Oh,
I don't
get
like
outta here.
pickles. I can
That's
see how they're an
crazy.
acquired taste. Sometimes if I take them off my burger, they kind of leave a little taste. I don't mind. I'm kind
Yeah.
of open to it now.
Cornichones
Well, that's
are
just
good.
vinegar at that point.
It is.
Maybe.
Like dill and vinegar. Pickles are amazing.
I
Yeah,
don't like
seek
them.
out some cornichones.
I don't like them.
Cornichones.
You know,
weird
like
name.
on the weekend, Michelle, you might want to put out some cheese and some crackers
Oh,
Yeah.
and some nuts
No.
and then some
Every day's the
cornichones.
You
weekend
never
around
had an
here.
antipasto with
Yeah.
some
No.
pickles on it? Little
No.
baby pickles?
I don't like cold pasta. I think that's bullshit. I'm team hot pasta. I don't want
Antipasto.
no anti
Like an
whatever.
appetizer.
Antipasto's
yeah,
like,
which is
that's
like cold
you're
with like mayonnaise in
Italian.
it.
No
Yeah.
mayonnaise.
No, it's like prosciutto
oil.
and bocconcini and
I don't
and
eat any of that
pickles
shit.
and cantaloupe.
No.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
weird.
You're not Italian? That's
I'm more
crazy.
Italian than you are. You're Canadian. Listen,
Yeah.
I
You're
don't
American.
I don't like weird pasta. I want red sauce, maybe a little
But
oil.
antipasta is that
Yeah,
is
There's weird
it's
shit in
called that.
pasta. There's weird shit in it.
It's mozzarella balls and fucking
No.
meat
Whatever
and
you
cheese
want it to
and
be.
It's
oil
weird.
and
There's
vinegar.
weird pork bits in there and shit I don't want. Get it out of here.
It doesn't have to be.
Antipasta's whatever you want it to be. It's like
Yeah.
a charcuterie board. You put
Yeah,
whatever
but
you
I
want.
know
It's
what
a
I like
wet
in my
charcuterie
pasta?
board,
I like
basically,
red
right?
sauce
It's not
and Parmesan
pasta, though.
cheese.
It's not-
But then
it's
I
not
don't like
pasta.
any
It's
pasta.
called
Yes, it is.
anti-pasta.
Yeah,
Which
it's
just
not
means
even
before the
pasta.
meal, right?
It means not pasta.
Yeah,
anti.
it means appetizer, I
Yeah,
believe.
but it's the first course. It means before the pasta.
Michelle,
right?
it's
weird
a
shit.
salad. It's a salad,
Yeah,
is
it's
what
a
it is.
Weird shit.
It's a meat
It's
salad.
a salad without.
Okay,
I don't want a
it's
meat,
a meat
salad.
and
I don't
cheese
want
salad.
a meat salad. A meat salad. Meat is the antithesis of a salad. I don't want a meat salad. I want a fucking
Oh,
salad.
no.
Okay, there's no meat salad. You're eating a pile of
But,
meat.
okay,
It's
I'm
not
gonna.
a
Okay,
salad.
No, it's like I'm gonna have sliced prosciutto, some salami,
Look,
cheese,
what's in
and
your fridge
crackers.
has
I'm
become
gonna-
hostile.
cantaloupe.
You're right.
I'm gonna
we
listen.
gotta roll this
I
back a
do
little
want to
bit.
agree with Michelle
Pork
a little
bits.
bit on the
Thank
antipasto
you.
because
Thank you.
because I never liked it because it was too oily and greasy.
Yeah,
That's the only
what is
reason.
it?
Wait.
It's a pile
I think
of
we all
greasy
have
meat,
different.
okay?
We have different conceptions of what an antipasto is here.
All it
we
means
all have
is the
something
course
different.
before the pasta. You know what that is for me?
Okay.
So Ryan's
A cookie.
describing the charcuterie, which that antipasto with the peppercini, all that shit,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay.
How about-
so I've
That's-
been like in really great New York City restaurants, and they have an antipasto bar, and it's what Ryan's describing. But I've also had it where it's like a broth of like oil
it's
and
an
shit.
oily
No,
sack
that's
of
what?
meat.
That's wild. That's not what I
Yes.
picture.
I like bruschetta. Okay, I'll eat a mott stick beforehand. We aren't going
that
into
is-
the pile of a meat.
See,
a meat salad.
bruschetta you put in your antipasto. So it's a
Okay,
combination.
so you
with
know what
that
I'm
and
thinking
Crusty
of,
other-
Ryan?
bread dipped in
Right.
some mutz. Okay, I'm down. But anyway,
I'm
this is
thinking
not a
of
food show.
antipasto salad. That's what I've had more
That
than
might
the
be
charcuterie.
weird.
Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah,
That's where the oil comes
Yeah,
out
That's
and
what
the
I've
I've
vinegar.
never had that.
Yes.
well, that's what they do at restaurants here, like as the first course. I
That's-
think, like John is
that's
saying, they
so
try to push
weird.
that on you, and it's weird.
Yeah, it's the antipasto
Interesting.
salad I don't like.
Yeah.
What Ryan's talking about is really just an Italian charcuterie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not referred
Yes.
to that. I mean, but technically, it really means the
Yes.
course
It is,
before the
though.
pasta. But out here, what it means is it's a bunch of shit in a plate with oil, and you're like, "What is this?" And I don't want to poke around whatever this is. All right, Ryan, what did you play? Back to
Oh boy,
our
this,
I played a
this
lot again,
one in your
as
fridge.
always.
This is a hell of a
just
bit.
became hostile. Sorry, guys. But now we
was a
figured it
good one.
out. We figured it out.
Yeah.
Yes, I think my mom was making that fucking salad and calling
Yes.
it antipasto.
And that's what
right?
I've seen, and I don't want any part of that.
I
Okay.
think that's what Michelle was saying. Anything
Yes.
before the pasta is, but
It's
in my
technically
whole
is.
life, it's always just been like a plate of a couple different things.
But I always thought it
Yeah.
just meant like not pasta, antipasta, right? Like,
I don't think so. I think it's
That's
before the
crazy.
meal, first course. All right, Ryan, what'd you play other than what we kind of talked about?
All right. Well, I played Silent Hill. We already talked a bit about that. I won't get too much into it.
the anti
I'm
means
going to-
before.
Shh, it's Ryan's time.
Yeah, that's what
Sorry.
Michelle-
Okay,
saying.
I'm sorry.
That's what Michelle's saying. It's
All right, let's just
before
get
the
this
pasta.
over with, Ryan.
Jesus.
Get
it's
it over
his
with. Now I'm
time.
going to drag it. I'm going to drag it.
Speak
John.
very slowly.
What's in
Something I'm unable to do, by the way.
Now you want me to say what's in my
Yes,
fridge?
I said
What
let's
is
get it
All
over
right,
with. That.
let's
Let's
get
get
it
that
Actually, I
over
got
with.
Get it
a
over
brand
with.
new
Welcome to Pasta
cheese.
Outsiders.
It is a 5-year aged white cheddar, and it is phenomenal.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, it is very nice.
like a
very
what?
nice.
A 5-year aged. I'm
It's,
trying to.
It's an aged white cheddar. Yeah, it's very good. It's so
I
I
like
love
a
the
white cheddar.
lately. Yeah.
Yeah.
We decided on it at the store. We're like, are we going to spend the extra few bucks on this block of cheese? And we're like, yeah, let's
Yeah.
do it. And
We
it's great.
deserve
We got some
this.
crackers with it. It
Yeah.
was delicious.
Yeah,
Still
because
have
there's
some.
one I buy. I'm trying to see how old it is. It's like a
Ew.
Cabot.
I don't want to know the age
It was
of my
like
cheese.
second from the oldest on the shelf. So maybe we'll
Right.
try the older one next time.
There's going to be a point
Okay,
where it's
so
too
all
much.
right. So the one I buy is also 5-year cheddar. It's
wow.
Cabot. Yes.
Wow.
It's good. It's good. Ours was President's Choice,
Oh.
which is
Oh,
just a
wow.
Canadian.
That's
That's
President's
a different
Choice.
thing. So Trudeau
wait,
picked it.
wait. That's like Sam's Club, isn't it?
It's like a store brand, but it's a Canada wide thing. They make
Okay.
high quality stuff that's comparable to the brand name.
Oh,
stuff.
that's Sam's Choice. I'm thinking of.
Okay, now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's get back to our gaming show.
all right.
Alright.
Gaming. So I played Silent Hill again. It's a great season for it. I will be
Yep.
finishing it. I had a good time with my introduction to it a few hours in, and it's a good survival horror. I love the Resident Evil. Looking forward to that next year. This was a nice little treat after Cronus: The New Dawn, which was a bit faster pace, but still slow and methodical in a way where you're going to get spooked. You're going to be fighting these crazy, big, overpowered monsters. I enjoyed it. I'm going to enjoy this. I'm enjoying the story, and we spoke about it earlier. Other than that, I played Hades. So the 1.0
Yeah.
worldwide launch came
I was
out.
going to visit that as well.
Yeah,
but
I
had-
thought about it, Hades too, because I know we all played back in April 24. when
Well,
it first
people
came
were
out.
saying, "Hey, listen, guys. You know, people are saying Silk Song's hot shit. This is actually the hot shit."
It's not though. Well,
No,
it is,
no,
but it's
everyone
not as
said no,
hot as
everyone
It's
said-
different. First of all, it's a totally
It's
different kind of
completely-
game.
It doesn't matter.
Like, I don't
It
even
doesn't
get the
matter.
comparisons.
It doesn't
it's
matter.
Not, it's
This
nothing
game's
like
a lot
it.
like Among Us, and
No,
it's like
not
this
like
is the
Among
hot
Us
shit.
either. It's the stupidest thing
Not
I've ever
even
heard.
close.
Okay, that's
No.
a joke for
Hades
God's
2
sake.
is a fine
That's
game
called
that's
a
nothing
callback,
like-
Michelle.
Yeah, I don't get your jokes because you're not
This is-
funny. It's
This is
Ryan's
anti
time.
Among Us.
It is.
So
Anti-pasta.
I played Hades a ton. I loved that game.
Mm-hmm.
Switch. I played it back in the day. I bought it on PC. Played it again. Loved it. Hades 2 launched, would you say, April last year? And I totally
24.
forgot that it wasn't completely into 1.0 yet. And then
Right.
I was like, what is it? It's already been launched. And everybody's like, oh, I can't wait for the Hades 2 launch. I'm like, it's been out for a year. More, I think. So I picked it up, or I downloaded it again and played it. And I realized it's all endgame stuff that you get. They give you an epilogue. They tie all your achievements. So you get achievements now. There's a bunch of story content, a bunch of mixed in lore. Like there's tons of dialogue they've added. They added a couple new weapons, couple new cards, Arcana cards, and all that. Now I didn't really experience a lot of the new stuff, so I can't really speak on it. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Hades 2 is a phenomenal game. It is a great top-down roguelike.
But what you
game.
experienced is probably what we talked about a year
Yeah,
ago.
he's
Yeah,
saying
exactly.
a lot of the
That's what I'm
things were
trying to say.
refined.
Yeah.
They wrapped up its end game changes. It's finally done, but if you just
Yes.
played the game, you probably wouldn't be slapped in the face with it.
Yeah, you wouldn't see a lot of this
Yeah.
new stuff that they added unless you are in the end game.
Okay.
So they added the epilogue, a true ending, and all that. So
Mm-hmm.
if you did like the original Hades, or if you played a bunch of Hades 2 when it did launch in early access last year, you will still get a ton out of this. They added a bunch of content, especially with the achievements. You can see they added 50 achievements to the game, and there's a lot to do. So obviously, great game, competing with another indie game with Silksong. Pick it up. It is awesome. I'm going to go back to this. Once I finish Silksong, I'm still in it. I'm finally in the end game of Silksong. So once I'm done with that, I'm definitely going to have Hades 2 as my secondary game going forward, because it is very smooth combat. It's just very satisfying, similar to Silksong. If we're going to compare it, John, they have that like snappiness to their combat,
Right.
both these games, and it is so fun.
I
to
was
go
just
through
kind
and
of giving you a
wreck
hard time.
shit.
I don't really care.
Oh
about
no,
the
I know,
comparison.
but I am going to tie it in because they are
Yeah.
both. I'm playing them both right now, and
I
like
would never even think
they-
of them in the same sentence.
Well,
It's
I
weird
saw
how
no,
you
they're
articles-
word
I
completely
them.
different games.
It was
There's room for
basically
both of them.
it was an article comparing the reviews, saying
know.
that saying
He was
Silks.
like indie Silksong, yeah, it's taking over the world. And then people are
Yes.
like, no,
Yeah.
Hades is on top. It's like, okay, Hades also had a year head start, but
They have a bigger
we
team
won't
than 3
talk about
people,
that.
too, I think.
Yes,
It's actually a little
yeah.
studio.
But everybody knows Hades 1 and 2, phenomenal
Mhm.
games. Pick it up. It is definitely up there for indie games. What else did I play? I played. Oh no, did I only play those? I think that was it. Yeah, we
Well,
talked
I mean,
about
Silent Hill, you put in a lot of, you put in like 6 hours or something, so you put a lot more
put
than
in
I
A
did.
bunch of time with that.
Yeah. And then
I've gotten
next
to a
week,
point in
COD.
Silk Song where I am getting my ass whooped though. This post game stuff is yeah, it's hard, but I love it. It's great.
Good.
I'm like fully upgraded. Phenomenal game as well. So yeah, a little short, 10 seconds. Might have actually been 10 seconds this week.
That's
Oh,
all
actually,
right.
I played one more game. Played more Borderlands. Now the funny thing is,
Oh,
I had about a
yeah.
week off with Borderlands. Okay, I hop back in, and we have this new. This kind of leads into news, I guess. I hop back in, and I had about a 10-minute splash screen where it was loading shaders. Now I already loaded shaders prior to this, and you open the game and you have you're loading shaders for
Yeah,
about
but
10 or
anytime there's a
15
driver
minutes.
update or something that happens.
Yeah, but they did something.
They did
'Cause I
something
loaded into my
wrong.
game.
Yeah.
Did
and
they
I dropped
really,
like
though?
40
You don't know
frames.
that.
Yes. Yeah,
John, I
mean,
dropped with my exact same settings. I dropped like 40 frames. I was like, "What the hell is going on?" I'm getting like 40 frames a second on my PC. The
Yeah.
exact same settings.
They had to delay the
tweak it and
Switch
tune it again.
indefinitely right now, the Switch release. They're having
Oh, did
problems.
they?
Yeah. There's
so
no
they
date on it
also
or
came
anything.
out. They also came out and said, "What did the devs say?" Another good one-liner from the Borderlands devs here. It says, Gearbox asked PC gamers to wait 15 minutes for shaders to compile in the background while playing after some said this week's update has caused increased stuttering, which I absolutely noticed.
So are they showing you a
literally-
progress bar like Call of Duty, or is it just happening in the background?
And it's actually like very cheaply. I think they kind of just threw it in. They're like, okay,
Quickly
we need
as
to
a patch, they
compile these
realized,
shaders up front instead of in the background.
Yep.
And it was just
yeah,
like
because some
text on
games
screen.
do that. Like they're doing it in the background that you don't even
Yeah.
know. Like
Yeah,
so
and
that-
you don't know, and it
Yes.
runs seamlessly. Call of Duty and Borderlands are the only two games. Well, actually, no, there's a few more, but these are like upfront in your face. Like, please wait while we download your shaders, and it slows the entire game down if you don't do it. So, I eventually got through that. I hopped back on. I had some fun. I got a little bit more progression in that game. It is a fun game, but they keep kind of putting these speed bumps in the way
Yeah.
with the performance, and now this new shader thing. They gotta fix it. They really gotta fix it.
Well, hopefully it's good
Yeah, I
news with
wish
the
I could
Nintendo
rate it
Switch
higher.
delay. because maybe they'll release
It's
it
definitely a good
like
thing.
properly. It was probably just not ready because I know some people.
But the funny, they claimed it was an amazing performance on the Switch. They're like, you're gonna be able to play this at top
that
performance.
was called
it's gonna
bullshit.
yeah, absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
Like that's horrible.
It's called
All these
marketing
people,
bullshit.
all 12 people were waiting for it on the Switch
Yeah.
are now disappointed. So that's yeah.
all right.
But
Fix
other
it.
than that,
Make it good.
that's all I played this week, and I'm drinking a Laker Red Ale.
Nice. All right.
pretty
Well,
nice.
leading into, we were just talking about Switch. John, are you worried? Are you sad? Are you excited? Nintendo of America has a new president now, or is it COO? Actually, Chief Operating Officer
Bowser's
Doug Bowser's gone.
Bowser's gone.
Did
Did you like
Bowser
him?
ever do anything, by the way? I mean,
I don't
think about
know.
like when
Hey.
Reggie was the guy. Like
liked
Reggie was
Reggie.
like Phil. Like he was like Phil
Yeah.
back then. Like there was
Everybody
always
liked
some Reggie thing. This Bowser guy,
But we heard about what Reggie did, and you liked his audiobook. You told us how
His
he was gonna
audiobook
push
was
for He's
fantastic.
the one that went to Nintendo Japan and said we need
About
to get
Unity.
indie games on Steam. We need to allow
well, Unity. You need
which
to support
completely-
Unity.
Yeah,
It
so
changed
he-
the Switch.
It did. What has Doug done? I don't know.
I don't think he's done anything.
So
I think he
my
got the job because of his
perspective here
name.
Is Reggie maybe a little bit. Reggie was upfront. He was a more outgoing individual. He was always talking to people. He was always getting new things. He was very.
But
what's
you
the
know what?
word here?
Here's the thing about Reggie, okay? Is I think he was one of the most effective and maybe the first and only effective American Nintendo president
Right.
in that company. I think Japan prior and maybe now has been driving everything, and the American guys are just kind of like, okay, I know you're in charge, but I'll make sure
Yeah.
Target has
Well,
our
Reggie came
things.
from a
you know?
background as like what? Like, didn't you say he came from like the business world with some like
Yes.
hard hitting
Yeah.
stuff? And
Well,
he
all
had
these
kind of
guys-
a
he was a
pedigree
Big
with that.
gamer and
All these
Yeah.
big CEOs and stuff that go from big corporation to big corporation, like he was a CEO at Procter and Gamble, and then he's
Right.
over here at whatever, and now he's at Nintendo. Like
Right.
that's kind of what
Right.
happened with
Yeah.
these guys, and Reggie was one of those guys. Like oh my god, he literally was at Procter and Gamble.
Yeah,
everywhere.
of course.
He
they're
was
everywhere.
he was at Pizza Hut, Guinness.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, now we
that's
have
what
Devin
kind of followed
Pritchard.
him was his experience, right?
Jeez.
And he was always in the spotlight when it came to Nintendo, whereas Doug is kind of behind the scenes. He doesn't want that spotlight that Reggie has. And I don't think they wanted that for Bowser. They just kind of let him
No.
do his thing behind the curtain, whereas Reggie
Yeah.
liked to be on the
Oh my
stage
God.
in front of the curtain, right?
Doug Bowser,
He was-
Procter
Yeah.
and Gamble. What
Yeah,
the
like,
fuck?
This is where Nintendo's
Well,
digging
you
into
just
people.
said it.
Well, has
Yeah,
Devin
these CEOs
Pritchard?
get passed
So this
around,
woman
right?
who's now the new COO, she's been at Nintendo for 19
Yeah.
years, and she's a successor. So I don't know anything about her. I've never heard of her. She likes chunky necklaces, and
wow.
yeah, she looks like your Aunt Sally. That's all I know about her, and hopefully she does a good job. But
Right.
Nintendo, will anything
But-
really change? Who knows?
Yeah. But again, going back to my theory, though, if you listen to Reggie's book, though, he does talk about how there was like a cultural difference between him going, like it was shocking that these guys in Japan had this guy from America coming there and saying, I've got ideas. And they're like, what?
That was like a taboo thing to say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
they're
was
like,
very
no,
forward
we
with
got
it,
the
right?
ideas. You're going to make sure our systems are in Walmart. That's your job.
Yeah, that's your
right?
job. And he's like, no. But his idea shaped the Switch's success for sure.
Yeah.
Allowing other games, allowing Unity. Nintendo wanted to keep that closed off system. I guess Kevin, CC Games, our buddy, didn't like Doug Bowser. And he's a game store owner. I think he said he was pushing to get rid of physical, or it was his idea for the game carts or something. I'm sorry, I don't know what it was, but he had some reason he hated him. I'm sure.
Oh, he wanted
Well,
digital or something? Or
there was something that Kevin didn't like about it. And he's like, this motherfucker ruined distributors or something like that. He had like beef with him, but I don't know
Oh.
any beef with Doug, but he didn't last very long. All his ex-wife said that too. But anyway, let's move on to some other news. The Tokyo Game Show went on, and our buddy here, Sarah Bond, had a couple of quotes that were going buzzy and viral from around there. Some people had a clip of her telling people that the console, the Xbox console, it's not about that anymore. She tells another guy who says that he was a gamer in this clip. She's like, but you don't play on the console anymore because it's not about that. It's about Xbox being everywhere. People pull that out as a bad thing. For me, it's as a PC gamer and liking the big ecosystem, I think it's a good thing. I think their philosophy is a good thing. But, she also kind of talked about, I guess, $5 billion Game Pass in the last year.
yeah,
Like,
which
so
is a
it's-
record.
It's a record.
That's
So
crazy.
something's working here at Microsoft as much of bad press as they're getting right now with a couple of things. The Xbox Ally, the ROG pre-orders are sold out in some places. Other places, I think you can still get them, but there's definitely interest there. although some confusion around
How much is sold out though? Like, do they have a ton
I don't know.
of units?
I just saw that it was sold out. I think they're still at Best Buy last I checked, but they were sold out in a couple of other places. Like I think a lot of people are confused though. There are a lot of like disgruntled Xbox console
can see
fans that feel like they're being abandoned. I think we have to look at it as like a next gen of Xbox. Like now we have this handheld, the Windows ecosystem. The next Xbox console for the living room is probably going to have that same Windows ecosystem. And going forward, they're all going to have that. And in the end, I think it's going to be a good thing. You're getting access to more games. But people are like, oh, there's certain, like you were saying last week, John, certain Xbox console games that don't work. For me, I look at that as like your PS3 games didn't work on PS4 sometimes, and PS4 games didn't work on PS5 sometimes. Switch 1 and 2, same thing. Here, it's like a growing pain.
It's the first. Listen, Microsoft's been very proactive with first-party new titles the last couple years.
Yep.
They all work everywhere. Okay.
Yep.
But I don't think
it's going to be okay.
Going forward, it's fine, right?
Yeah.
And the problem is the third-party stuff. If you buy like a third-party game on the Xbox, it likely will stay there on the console.
You can't force developers to give you two versions of the game free because developing for PC is just different. But going forward, I think it's going to be fine. And
I think going forward, it will be okay, right?
Yeah.
Like,
and look, Game Pass, can you call it a success? 5 billion? I mean, at what point do people say, "Hey, this is working"? Like people want to. Well, okay, people want this. I don't know. People are very anti Game Pass.
There's this guy, and I have to admit, I really don't know who he is. Okay, this Pachter guy, and people online seem to know who this guy is. Michael Pachter. I guess he's like some kind of technology analyst, and people are saying this guy's always wrong. He's always predicting these things and stuff. But he came out and said, and this ties in with Microsoft and also with the EA deal that just happened. Okay,
yeah,
but he basically came out and said. This is his quote, and I saw this today in a bunch of places, okay? He said, Sony, for sure not. They're asking him about the future of these game companies like EA, Microsoft, Sony, etc., right?
Okay.
And he said, Sony's a terrible company, and they actually are blowing it in the games business. Now, tell me if you agree with this guy.
I know you do. That's why you picked this quote.
Now, I don't know what this guy's voice sounds like, but maybe it sounds like this. Look, games are moving to connected TV.
Is he a Nazi? What is this?
So think about all the participants
that
are going to deliver games the way we get movies via Netflix. And forget the subscription model. Just think about iOS becoming available on your TV. Michelle.
Yeah.
So free to play games on your TV. Who's going to deliver that? Cloud providers. AI. Anybody's investing in making that happen.
Sony doesn't care. They sold 80 million consoles. Their games are blowing up on PC.
He believes we're heading into a future where we won't need a console at all. And this is what Microsoft's betting on too, by the way. 100%, right? Games will be streamed right to your TV, just like movies are today. I've been saying that for 5 years. The internet's not there yet. The lag, the whatever, I get it. And instead of paying for a big subscription, you'll access free-to-play games directly. And what about that, Michelle? When your TV's littered with all these big free-to-play games like Fortnite.
Nobody cares about TVs because the living room has been flat since 2018. There's no growth there.
I'm going to, based on my little sample size in this house with my daughters, I agree with you.
It's just a fact. It's not even my opinion. If you look at the data, that it's just, I think that's why we're seeing growth into the handheld market. And we saw Sarah pushing a handheld at the Tokyo Game Show and a lot of interest there. And I started thinking, it's a global move. The handheld PCs are popular in Japan. Remember when your buddy Matt McCarthy went to the stores out there, he said they had they were really pushing handheld PCs. And of course, with the popularity of the Switch, mobile devices and handheld devices and PCs are seeing growth. And the living room console with the youth, I know you guys out there listening, a lot of people 30s, 40s, 50s, I'm sure you guys love them. They have to look at the bigger picture and where things are trending. They just have to. And the TV living room console is just not.
It doesn't make sense anymore. Does it?
Yeah.
So anyway, going back what this guy's saying though, what you're kind of agreeing with him is that Sony needs to get off of that model quick because everyone else is except for Nintendo. Right?
No, I think there's still time for them to be on it because look, the next Grand Theft Auto is coming out. The best place to play it's going to be a PlayStation Pro.
But what if the best place to play it is NVIDIA Now or whatever it's called?
It won't be. It will not be.
I mean,
you're telling me that streaming will be the best place to play GTA online?
If you have nothing, it is.
If you have a decent
if
setup,
you don't have a PC
but most people are dumb.
PlayStation
they don't know how to set up a Wi-Fi network. They don't know how to.
Now, what I'm saying, I know is not true. Okay. But at some point, it's going to be true when the internet and the lag and all compensation and all that is gone, or is there, right?
Right.
It's just a matter of when.
I still think hardware is going to reign supreme in all of this in the end. I don't see. Streaming will be there. It'll be a great option for people that need it.
Yeah,
but
I think we have
it's going
time.
to
I think
take
eventually it will. Look at streaming movies and
Yeah,
music, but
potentially.
Well,
eventually
20 years,
it will.
15 years, 15 years
I don't
ago.
think it's 2 years,
we
4 years.
We were saying,
that,
I'm not going to watch Blade Runner streaming. I have the Blu-ray.
I
Like,
never
that was
said
a thing.
that. I've been downloading.
Well, someone
for a while.
did. Someone
There's
said it.
60
I
gigs,
assure
but
you.
Yeah. No, I think they're looking at the overall big picture. I don't think Sony.
DVDs is better than streaming. I assure you that was something somebody said.
Yeah, Cranky says my kids are 20 years old. They don't watch anything in the main house ever. I know, Boom, you work at a school. He says mobile is king. I mean, we got to look at the bigger picture, and that's what these people are doing. It's all about money in the end, and that sort of takes us to the EA deal. So, $55 billion deal backed by Saudi Arabia,
and investors. It's
now
a whole slew of
20 million in debt or something. What was this fuckhead saying?
Okay, so here's what happened. EA went private. Okay, so
Yes.
this big group of investors bought all the stocks basically, and the company's now private. And EA, this is my understanding, now owes these investors $50 billion, and
$20
the company
billion in debt.
The company is basically as it was or is with the CEO in place. Their corporate headquarters hasn't changed. And now the speculation is, like, Michelle, I saw that article those postings that Jason made.
They're $20 billion in debt. It will mean mass layoffs, more aggressive
Well,
monetization.
but that's where Jason Schreier goes all the time. Okay,
because it's
that's
all
where he
the
goes.
plight of that.
It's all about these employees are going to lose their job. That's where he goes immediately, no matter what happens. Okay.
Well, sometimes you got to clean house. I think they want to make money. They've been involved in esports for a while. They're going to bring back all the sporting stuff from EA, FIFA, whatever. In the end. We shouldn't even concern ourselves with this shit. Just give me good games to play.
I don't know what to think. I don't know what
Just
to
give me
think
good
about
games.
this, to be honest. Like, what's the benefit of them being private versus public? I mean, it doesn't make a difference to them who owns the shares, really. But except for the shareholders now there's less of them, and they can put the thumb on the scale.
Right?
They
say, hey, we need this game out tomorrow. I don't care if it's ready or not. Release it. We need our money. And then you can work on it while it's live, which kills their games every time.
Yeah.
That's
People are
one
saying
aspect
either
of
Mass
it.
Effect is going to get canceled or it'll actually be decent this time. That's what.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
the
people are
overall
going to
thing.
be one or the other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
people and also are saying that they're going to be pivoting to utilizing AI more in everything
All
that they
will
do.
be pivoting to
Where's
is
that in-
profit.
where's that
They
from?
want to make money. That's that
Yes.
that
Duh.
works out for the
But
both of us, though. In the end, right? If you want me to buy your products, you're going to make something that appeals to us. So
Make something good. Yeah.
they're going to be like
Where's that? Sorry, where's that coming from, John? The AI thing.
It's PC Gamer. EA's new owners are
well,
leaning
PC
heavily
Gamer,
on
also
AI.
known as Woke Gamer. That place is really
Yeah.
weird.
Are they
That's-
just speculating? Or
Yes,
is that
they don't
fact
know
or
what they're going to do.
I read it in multiple places. It was reported by the Financial
Yeah, I
Times.
wouldn't
That's
listen
where it
to
came
anything
from.
PC Gamer says.
It was-
They're
it
basically
came
saying
from
they're
the-
going to fire people and replace them with
Okay,
AI, which is what everybody just keeps saying.
It's a little short-sighted to say they're not going to use AI. That doesn't
Well,
make
it's
any
also weird to just be like, well, now the company's ruined. It's all
Yeah.
AI. We don't know anything. Like, maybe it'll get better, maybe it'll get worse.
This
I don't
came
know.
from Financial Times, which, by the way, is behind a paywall, so we can't read it.
Mm-hmm.
The deal is reportedly betting big on AI, cutting down operational costs for EA significantly. EA reportedly has not shouldered huge amounts of debt prior to now, and this could signal a change in business operations.
Yeah. Depending on how they use it, it could be good.
Yeah.
So the
AI is
Financial Times
everywhere
has
now.
report claims that people involved in the transaction suggest AI will boost profits for the company, which will then be used to pay the debt.
Is it making something better than the developers were? Then I'm fine with it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't have an opinion. on it.
I disagree with that in the chat. Not necessarily would it be pay to play. Normally, when people take a step back from going public to private, they kind of take a step back as a whole and look, where are we going wrong?
Mm-hmm.
What can we do to better this? And the last few years of EA, they've kind of been rushed projects, canceled projects, stuff that they've kind of gone with a different
what have
agenda
they
than
done
what they're
recently?
successful with. Yeah. And they have nothing recently. So
All right,
it's-
Warren Buffett. So I don't
they
think that's
can
true.
come out
But
and
okay,
say, hey,
but you're
we
saying
need
those
to
are like the
focus on
rules.
making a cooked game that's coming out finished and polished.
Listen, at the
and
end of
that's
the
what
day,
people play.
this is all that matters. This is all I'm going to tell you right now.
Silent Hill.
All that
Money.
matters is money. That's
Money.
it. These people that invested want to turn a profit. 3x, 4x, 5x,
Yes.
10x,
And it's a
whatever
global
it
thing
is.
with the sports games. They're
Yes.
huge. Soccer's huge. I feel
well,
like
soccer's
That
gigantic.
too, absolutely.
yeah, it might be
Now,
stuff.
John,
and
you saying Sorry, Michelle.
Yeah,
no, it's okay.
continue.
I just wanted to stop to give you time. Go ahead.
John, you're saying Warren Buffett, whatever. No, but recently...
I was calling you Warren Buffett. With
I
your,
know, I
with your
understand that. But recently, the games that are doing well are the completed products. Elden Ring was the beginning of that, I feel. It came out with a finished
Not
game,
the
no
live
paid
service.
microtransactions,
Yeah.
no live service, and it did amazing. Then a ton of games did that after. Claire Obscure, I'm going to name Silksong, just a
Baldur's
couple
Gate
of
said
recent
they weren't going
games.
to do paid
Baldur's
DLC,
Gate.
right? Larian said.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you
All
could even
these
argue Nintendo did it with
fully-
Mario Kart World.
no,
Yes,
Nintendo sells you the
absolutely.
same game 7 times. You're buying another Mario Galaxy remake for the
but they
100th
were
time,
saying
John.
there's
No, but
no
John's
battle
right.
pass.
They're selling
Yeah.
you a full game.
There
with
is a
no
battle pass for Mario
no
Kart.
extra.
There was a battle pass last time. We already
Last
talked
time there
about
was
this.
because it was a second game. Yeah, we're not going through it again, but yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
Talk
There
about
is.
Mario Kart anymore.
But it's not necessarily live service and all these.
Well, you
unfinished
get it
crap.
if you subscribe. All that.
Yeah,
booster.
whatever.
So
They're not
maybe they're
clean.
realizing that these unfinished live service games, people want a fully released game, fully finished, polished, tested.
I know.
And,
You say that,
Western
and then-
gaming
and
is
then-
dying.
You
The
say that, but
end.
then you just say Fortnite,
Good.
and it blows that whole thing out of the
different
water.
scenario though.
Yeah.
They're an anomaly in the situation.
And they're
Right.
free to play.
yes.
They're not charging you like what Blizzard tries to do a lot of the times, $90 for a game, then $15 a
And
month
then
on top
more.
of that, plus a
Yeah.
cosmetic shop on top of that, plus this. Like people
Okay,
are sick
but
of it.
what is these investors buying EA have anything to do with what you're saying? Though.
What do you mean they're
Warren?
gonna organize a company to develop a game properly from start to finish and then
Yeah.
release
Are
it?
you
They
sure
wanna
though,
make money.
or are they going to go the opposite and say,
They could.
"Hey, it seems like live service is where things are really at. You're just not good at it, so let's improve it."
Well, by all
They could
means,
totally
be good
do
at it.
that.
Give me something
Yeah.
good. In the end, as a customer,
Yeah.
I win and I want to choose what I want. So you're not forced to whatever. People are worried about certain properties.
It's a
but
very weird thing to me that I don't know what to make of this, to be honest. I really don't, because like EA has always been this giant juggernaut of a publisher. I think the
not
last
in a long time. I think you're thinking
let
of
me
like
finish.
yesteryear
I was
when
about
we
to
actually
say
had
in the
some
last
gaming power.
in the last 10 years, I don't feel that anymore. And so how does this correct that? I just don't know.
Because it's time. What is it?
Yeah.
The chickens have come home to roost. It's
Yeah,
time
yeah.
now to see. And the same thing's happening at Disney with Star Wars and everything else. That all these
Right.
bullshit, shitty ideas and
Right.
that you try to make did not make money.
Slop.
Your company is failing. So now things have to be corrected.
Well,
We have
Battlefield's
to
the perfect
get course
example of all of
corrected.
this.
They got to make a change, and this
You got to make
Battlefield-
some
Yeah.
change. Your
Right.
way didn't work, and you can't just blame your customers, and you can't hate your customers. So make a product that people want, or you're going to get purchased. And the same thing was going on with the Ubisoft stuff and the rumors of the like it's
Yeah.
going to keep happening. Like I'm telling you, like the European and American studios are really got to make some changes, or you're going to be purchased out by everybody else, and changes are going to happen anyway because it's
And-
just not working.
Yeah, and Ubisoft we'll start seeing games that are coming to fruition after that acquisition. So we'll
Yep.
see that soon and see how that played out for them, and maybe we can kind of delegate what's going to happen with EA and where they're going to go with it. I think it's a good thing overall that it's privately owned.
As
now.
long as I'm allowed to drive in the games, I'm fine. Okay, just don't. No, I'll just.
I mean, it's a good
Make
thing.
good water.
It's-
Yeah.
but we don't know anybody.
make me
We
ask
don't
a
know
man's
about anyone
permission
that's
to get
making
in a car.
decisions though, and putting the.
But the reality
thumb
is
on
they
this-
want to make money, so they want to market to Americans. They don't want to
I
produce
know, but what does
something-
that mean? At what cost though? That could be bad. Like.
But it could be great. Look, they're
It
going to
can't be any
look
worse
at the
than what we
success
got
of the
right
last
now. I
5,
don't know.
10
People are like,
Exactly.
you know what? Throw caution to the fucking wind because what you guys are giving us isn't good anymore. And maybe this is the other lesser of two evils, or maybe it's the other side of this insanity. But they haven't shown us that they've done anything wrong yet. Let's give them a chance. I'm on the side of hoping
Exactly.
they succeed and hoping they give us a good product. I'm not going to sit there going, well, now this is shit because I don't like Saudi Arabia.
Well, here's
Who
the big
fucking knows
question.
what they're going to do. They want to make
well,
money, so they
that's-
want to make a good product. I think.
Yep.
Okay, so here's the question though, because I'm trying to figure out how to say this. So like, whoever is in charge right now, okay, it's the same
Right.
person, right? I don't know whose name is.
Yeah.
Who's the CEO, Michelle?
Of EA, I have no clue.
Andrew Wilson. So same guy's in charge, right? Now, were his hands tied on these decisions because of the shareholders, or just because of the corporate structure and all the
I
conflicted
mean, I always say
ideas.
people answer to the shareholders. They
Yeah,
answer
they
Right,
to
but at the same
influence
time,
and
it's
all
that.
I feel
Yeah.
the problem with these companies isn't the shareholders. It's all the fucking voices in the corporation who are saying, well, what about this? And I'm offended by that, and I don't like this. I'm uncomfortable with this. That's the problem,
Well, it's
right?
a mixture
Part of
of
it.
things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he
Probably.
around when EA was very successful? I'm going to say he probably was. So
Since
he's seen them in-
2013.
But he became weak
Okay,
and
so
old
he's-
and clueless and out of touch, and he allowed
And-
them
yeah.
to take over.
And really, I feel like since Battlefield 1 is when EA went down. In my mind.
So
Like,
we
that's
can look at this and
2016, by
say,
the way.
We don't
Yeah.
know the details and the scope of things and what's going on behind the scenes, and we can only speculate that, like, they're either gonna, like Michelle said, they're gonna either release an amazing game and it's gonna be a great success, or it's gonna be a complete flop, and we're gonna get slapped in the face with live service slop again and again until they realize it's not working. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be a good thing. I'm gonna be optimistic about it.
I feel like I'm completely neutral. I don't want to be involved. I just want to play good games, and I'm not going to make everything the end of the world. And I'm here. Jason Schreier has been
that's the
tweeting, or
worst.
sorry, what do they do on Blue Sky? They blew all day. He's been bluing about how everybody's going to get
Bluing.
fired, and the AI is coming.
I think
and
you flate there or something.
They fillet,
fly.
they blew, they cry. He's been crying. We got to do this. This is let's just life is too short.
Yeah, but
Like, let's
Jason's
just play
default
some
is
games.
to just say people are losing jobs. And,
Yeah, sometimes
and
people do
the-
shit work and they gotta go.
I know,
they
but
gotta
that's
go.
that's
they gotta
his
find
only
something better
drum
to do.
he had. That's
You
the
know what I
only
mean?
You're
drum
not
he
allowed to
has.
fire anybody though,
You're-
Michelle. You can't fire
yeah.
anybody.
You have
Well,
to. I don't
Well,
owe you a right
obviously
to be
losing your
employed if
job's
you don't
bad,
like what you're creating.
but that's the only drum he has. That's
Of course,
all.
because it works. Because it garners sympathy and attention, and he's a grifter. So, but I
Yeah.
mean, at some point when you're not making money, this is not a charity. I believe in business. It's a business, and I'm going to wait to see what the business does. So,
Right.
All right. What other?
All right,
news do we
let's
have?
talk about some light stuff here.
Yeah.
Now,
light
Reeboks
stuff.
were really big in the 80s. Michelle.
Okay. I never
They make
liked
a
a
gaming
Reebok.
shoe?
For some
I never-
reason.
I never
the
liked them
Puma.
Never been a Reebok guy.
But like the Reebok in the 80s with like the acid wash jeans was a look.
Ooh,
Go watch
I
a
never
John
saw
Hughes
that.
movie.
Okay.
What do you
that was
mean?
Reebok.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What do you
That's a
mean?
bit
Ew.
much. I just don't. I don't know. That's a bit much. That's.
Have you ever seen a John Hughes movie?
I have. I did enjoy.
Or
16
Dirty Dancing?
Candles.
No. No.
Okay,
Never?
so Sony is making shoes. Is that what you're getting at? PlayStation and
Is it a
Reebok
controller?
are launching limited edition sneakers for
Oh, I
PlayStation's
saw them.
30th anniversary.
Yeah.
They're kind of ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but boom, you and John are older. I don't think that wasn't in.
Well,
when
have
I
you
was,
seen like Breakfast Club or anything? Like,
I don't think they look cool. That's all I'm saying. And I didn't. It wasn't like a part of my.
Reebok was a
generation.
major sponsor in the NFL for a while.
Yeah, but
I
they
don't
always
think they
became
are
like
anymore, though.
uncool. They were always kind
it
of
was
like
a girl
uncool.
thing. It like
Was it?
Well, this look right here, if you can see that. Yes.
Well,
that-
anyway, there's some Sony shoes.
That right there is literally like
That guy's
Breakfast
got-
Club.
Does that guy have
That's a girl.
a
It's a
slouch
girl.
sock? Oh, okay.
It's a girl.
Okay. If you're slouching your socks, dude, I don't know. So you're gonna buy these sneakers, John? Show your support for Sony.
No, what is it exactly? I don't really get it.
Just sneakers.
They're
30th
just,
anniversary.
why do they look dirty?
Uh,
They're
They're
going
retro.
The Kanye method.
They say PlayStation on them. Those look really bad. Those look like Velcro, like diabetes shoes. I don't think those are good looking.
But they have like little pumps on them, like they're.
I did have the
futuristic at this-
basketball pumps, and
Yeah, I
where you
remember
with the
those.
little you pump it
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
you'll pump it.
Yeah,
And
Little
then you
air
could,
pocket?
yeah, and then but they were so tight because I had a little tiny ankle, and they would like squeeze my. I was like, these are the only shoes that fit me. So I get it. I know these stupid trends.
Toes
but
going numb.
no, I think I don't know what it would do. It would like fill your shoe with air, and I thought it was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But
I
don't
do
know.
own PlayStation
Make you
socks.
jump higher, Michelle.
Yeah, I thought it
obviously.
made me better. It made me a better player when I was 7 because it was really important. I'm not buying those PlayStation shoes. I like
No.
gaming stuff, but I do like the ones that are less in your face. You know, like I have a Path of Exile T-shirt with like a chaos orb on it. Like you'd only know it if you played the game, right?
I
It
know.
doesn't
We've
say.
had this conversation.
Yeah, so I think
That's
these are
how I
I've got a
buy
couple
shit,
of
too.
cool subtle
Yeah.
COD Zombies shirts that you wouldn't know
Right.
they're COD
The
Zombies
subtle
unless
stuff
you
I like.
looked into it.
But a PlayStation.
It's the
one,
inside
though.
wink, wink. Oh, that's cool, dude.
So Pokemon's making their wave again, as always.
Uh-oh.
Nintendo. So they every new generation they release a code, like a gift code, for a previous game for a few different Pokemon in a rare version of them. Okay, And you usually can just log on and claim it, or you can go to a GameStop and get a card with a code on it and claim it in game. And usually these go off without a hitch. Everybody gets what they want. They go to the store, they get a couple cards, they claim it, yada, yada, yada. This time, they thought it was a good idea with their 33 million players minimum to release about 50 codes to every GameStop, which GameStop broke their promise to deliver them on a certain date, and they gave them away early. So everybody was going to GameStops across Canada, New Zealand, Australia, a couple other countries on Friday to get these codes, and they were all out. And there was literally only 50 at every location. The internet is going crazy. Everybody's submitting tickets to Nintendo and going ape shit, and now GameStop's involved and saying this wasn't our fault, blah blah blah. Anyways, it's pretty bad for Pokemon fans out there. You're not getting
this is very bad, Pokemon fans. If you're listening, like I want you guys to go order pizza, like take a day for yourself. Okay, I want some ice cream.
I was distraught. Okay,
yes. Okay, don't
I got
go
off
to the
work.
internet and
I went
cry.
over to GameStop.
Yeah.
Okay, I went to pre-order the new game.
You've
that's
been through
coming out
trauma.
in October,
Take a
and I was
day
like,
healing.
I want
Get your
these
Squirtle.
codes. I want to add them to my collection.
Yeah.
They're shiny
Yeah.
legendaries from the previous
course.
title, and they're like, "Yeah, sorry, we sold out 2 days ago." And I'm like, "Well,
John,
you
are
only
you upset
released them
about this?
today."
Because I know you're picking up the new Pokemon game in October. You committed to that already. I
no
said I'll
codes
play
for
too.
you.
We're gonna roundtable it. I've never really played a Pokemon game, so I'm excited to.
Yeah, this one is an interesting one too because it's off
Okay.
the main series. It's
Okay.
not Generation 10, which would be the next main series, which is probably
Okay.
coming next year. This is their new sub series.
John, you have to like Pokemon if you like Nintendo. You can't keep. It's a part of like why people buy a Switch, right? It's an exclusive game. You've got to get excited. You've got to get into this. I want you to get a Pokemon sneaker.
Yeah, they actually make Pokemon Crocs if you want.
I bet
them,
they
John.
do. Yeah, you could get like.
So
little
They're making
Legends
Animal
is-
Crossing Crocs. I know that.
Legends is a new series as of like 4 years ago, I think it was, and it was a hit instantly. Everybody loved it.
I saw
Legends
Mario
Arceus.
Batali. What was his name? Batali.
Yeah. What are you going back to
The
food
chef?
again? Yeah, the
I
chef?
saw him at an airport and he had his big orange Crocs. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
So Legends was major. It was major news back when it came out. It was very big, and now this is the second installment in that sub series.
All right, so Michelle, this
and
Halo
people are
thing, what's
pretty
going on
excited
here?
about it.
Oh, you don't want to talk about Pokemon? Okay. I don't know. Microsoft says it plans to talk about a Halo event in October about the future of Halo's games.
They need
Nobody
to-
likes Halo. Halo
Yeah.
flopped last time.
I mean,
I would
trash.
agree.
The
Matt
Dude
Bradford
Bros.
would disagree, but Halo just hasn't been Halo in a long time, which is a problem, right?
Well,
It had so much potential that last release, and they kind of fumbled it so hard.
Well, they did
Well, the
something
head of one
cool
of the
with the
studios
Halo
at EA
launcher.
with the sale said
Yeah.
football is out. I mean, football is in now. Basically saying like with this acquisition, like we're going to be catering to the dude bros again. So maybe there's a calling for Halo again and the masculine games.
But
and
that's
the-
what they used for the whole marketing the last game.
It
And
didn't work.
the game released with like 6 maps, no Forge, no there was a couple other things, no couch co-op in the campaign. I don't even think there was co-op. There was so many missing features in the last game. It only lasted like 3 months until people got sick of it. And then
Right.
they added Forge, a year later, and a ton of
dropped
other
the
stuff that
ball.
should have been there on launch. They dropped
like
the
they
ball.
dropped the
Well,
ball.
I think that Halo launcher has some legs. I think Matt Bradford was playing that for a long time. right?
Launcher. What Forge?
Well, whatever it's called, the one that we
but
have.
the
Matt,
Master
that's
Chief
like
collection
one
is great. That's
anecdotal type of
different.
thing.
What?
Matt's like
Are you
one
talking about the Master
anecdotal
Chief
thing.
collection?
I'm talking about the launcher that has like every fucking map in the
Yeah,
world
the
in
Master
there.
Chief collection.
Yeah.
That was great. Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
the old games upscaled and updated. They're all
Right.
phenomenal and they all run great.
But can't you get to the new shit in there too from that? It's not.
I don't believe you can play the new Halo in
All right.
that.
Well, regardless. Well, that has juice. Okay.
I don't think anybody cares about Halo anymore. I don't think it has juice. I don't think
that's
it has
sad.
I don't think it
I
is.
It's
agree.
not. It's.
They've
I don't
aged
like
out.
it
They're
though.
all 40 with 3 children. They don't care anymore, John. Welcome to society. They're all watching anime, beaten off in a sock. The times have changed. Can we just
Okay, but
understand
Gears of
what's
War was
happening to
successful,
society?
though.
They're done.
But Halo
okay, they've given up.
existed in a timeline that Call of Duty
They got
and
to ask their
Battlefield
wife before
existed.
they can take a shit. These guys
No.
that were playing Halo don't care anymore.
You're wrong though, because Rainbow
I know.
Six and
All
Call of Duty and everything else was right next to it.
Yeah,
And
but they've
Gears of
captured
War
the youth. They're
was
still playing
successful
that.
on their reloaded
Yeah.
But
release.
the
though.
thing,
It would.
obviously, the biggest thing here is that Bungie left. That's it.
Halo will never be a huge success like it was. Let's just
Because
put it that
Bungie
way.
left and made Destiny.
Yep. I think that's probably where it,
Well, where's
that's where it all
Destiny
started.
3?
For sure.
Where's the next Destiny? Because,
It's in this live service. They could just
What's
change the
going
number
on?
and pull up
Yeah.
Overwatch and it would be
I don't know.
What's
Destiny
happening?
3.
No, yeah, I don't know. You think Halo has pull? You really think it's gonna?
I think it should.
I think it
you
should. But I
know.
don't think it's gonna.
I mean, why
No.
did Destiny blow up and that didn't? Because of the talent, right? Like, I mean, I think Beyonce had a
yeah.
big part of it.
Halo Infinite was their chance to like
You're
blow
talking
up
about
in this modern
Destiny's
day.
Child.
Oh, sorry.
Halo Infinite had their chance. That was their moment to kind of re-grip the gamers of today.
Yeah,
and it
Didn't.
flopped. If they were successful in that launch, then I think Halo would have had more legs today. It would have gotten a newer audience. They would have got the older audience back into it. But it was a complete mess. I was so pumped for that.
right.
and
I heard that from people who
it
did love
just-
Halo 2 and stuff. They were excited. They were
Yeah.
pumped, but it just wasn't
Loved it.
good. And so, if you're not pleasing your old fans, then you're not going to get new. Like you can't have it both ways. So, anyway, any other news before we get the hell out of here?
No.
Sorry about our fight over what's in the fridge tonight. I hope you guys have healed. I think I'm ready to move on. But yeah, a big show next week. They will be talking about COD. The beta is going on. We've got
Yeah, I've already texted Matt McCarthy. Let me
Good.
tell you what our conversation
okay.
was like.
Sure. Why don't you just
And you want to play with me?
No. I said,
such a dick?
um,
If you want to
said,
play with
Matt,
Rye, come to our
early
Discord.
access,
I asked that. I
October
knew that was
2nd through
coming.
5th,
I know
open
you guys
beta,
wanna play.
5th through
Yeah.
8. And then I sent him a link to a CD key site before I realized this.
Yeah.
He said, cool, is this Game Pass? And we're playing there, right? No Steam involved? I said,
Wow.
I don't think we need to buy anything, bro. Game Pass subs on PC get it on Thursday. So we should plan on playing Thursday night.
All right, I'll
Starts
be
at
there.
1 p.m.
Sounds good.
But he says,
yeah,
but he
bring your
says, but we
friends.
have to buy early access beta code. And I said, I think the answer is no. Game
No.
Pass gets in, and I sent him a thread to Reddit. And
You can
he's-
also
Right.
get a code from watching, I think it was today, COD Next for an hour. You can get a code. And I think that's going on for a couple days. You can watch their event on their channel or other people's
Yeah.
channels for a code. Easy enough to get. Just throw it
According
on
to
in the
Reddit,
browser.
though, you just need to have not Game Pass Core.
Right.
The core is bad. We've discussed the core. Core
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
sound
weird.
good.
What do you even get with Game Pass
core?
Core?
You get
I
like a
think-
frozen pizza once a month and like 2 games. You know.
I
You
literally
want it.
think it's
Yeah.
just the online access. Like
Okay,
It's
okay.
Minesweeper.
access.
So listen,
Yeah.
you get access to online multiplayer and a curated catalog of 25 high quality games.
20?
Yeah,
25?
Minesweeper
What
and
in the
Solitaire.
actual fuck?
You give it to your mom.
What games do you get?
I want to see what games are on that core version. That's crazy.
That's pathetic. The fact that they even
it's
give you
probably
any
what?
games.
All right,
that's
here's what
rude.
you get.
It's probably
You get-
$3
you
less
get
than
Among
the,
Us.
like the good version.
You get Among
Among
Us.
Us is like a $3
Okay.
game.
You
Oh
get
my God.
Astroneer,
I love Astroneer.
Batman
Really?
Arkham Knight, Celeste,
So all these games were free elsewhere. at
Chivalry
some point in
2,
time.
City Skyline, Control, Crash Team Racing, DayZ, Dead Cells, Descenders, Dishonored
Pathetic
2, Dim Eternal,
Microsoft. Get rid
Fable,
of core.
Fallout,
Get rid of it.
Firewatch.
These games,
You get
no.
Firewatch.
You get
Come on.
Gears.
You get Gears,
Come on.
Stardew Valley.
Ghost Simulator,
on.
Grounded, Halo. You
But
get
okay,
Halo.
there's a couple of good games there, but it's not worth it. What's the price difference between that and the tier above it? It's gotta be like
Psychonauts 2.
$3.
Yeah. Don't
yeah,
do
like the
this.
best shit
Don't
you
do
get is
core.
like Gears and Halo.
Well, you're
and
paying
Grounded.
to access online on console, and that's basically the point of it.
I'll-
That's the purpose.
I'll give
of
it to them.
really.
There is variety in those games. They got a little bit of
Yeah,
everything.
sure.
So
Right.
it's like a try
But
it
every
and
month,
play it. And
I'm playing Celeste every month. Well, they got to give people more. I don't like it. right,
Stardew
well-
Valley is hundreds of hours. there.
Yeah, it's true. If you're that desperate, though, just do GeForce Now or something else. There's better options for that
Yeah,
10 a
or
month. So
fork
I
out
feel
the
like,
extra couple
Right.
Yeah.
dollars.
yeah, just don't eat breakfast one day and buy it for the month. All right. Well, remember, if you want to get the 20-year back catalog, the weekly bonus shows that John and I do, including Weeb Outsiders that we just did, and the ad-free versions of the show, Libsyn has stopped billing. Our app is dying. So get rid of it and swap to Supercast at videogameoutsiders.com and listen in your player of choice. Yes, that's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all of them. We'll be back next week. Find us in Discord, win from loaded.com. Sonic this week. I don't know what's coming up next. Maybe Battlefield if we can. I think
That's right.
It.
It's all happening now.
It is on videogameoutsiders.com.
Call of Duty, Battlefield.
Yep.
John, I promise I won't bring up Pokemon anymore. I know it really upsets you.
It doesn't
Don't
upset
say
me.
that and don't bow to him. You bring up what you want. This guy brings up stick it to the stick man every week. Okay, so
listen,
you want to bring up COD and
I
Pokemon,
understand
and I
it
get
really
it.
breaks it hurts
does.
you to hear
No.
it.
Listen,
It
Mega
makes him
Bonk.
feel old. He doesn't like it because his daughters liked it, right? So it makes him feel
I
old.
played
knowing
all the
that he
Pokemons
could
though.
be your
It
dad.
never appealed to me though. I've been playing them since
That's okay.
Game Boy.
Yeah.
So
Well, I've
never
never
got
played
into
one,
it.
so I'm curious what they're all about. Sniper says, "Who's the other guy?" Yeah, that was a funny video. He wanted you to play that, but yeah, we I don't know if we want to deal with the fallout, but Sniper posted something very funny in our Discord. Okay, well, we're done. Come down to videogameoutsiders.com for show notes. Thank you, B-Moles. And also shout out to our wonderful mods in Discord for helping us out. O'Malley, Badger, and
out.
Krell. I wanted to give you guys a thank you as well, and to everybody who came down live tonight.
that's right. All right, guys. Thanks again. We'll see you very soon. Video game out.
Going down to the beach with our new friends. Maybe have a drink. Maybe it will never end. The penthouse in reach with our rich friends. Hot tub and fantasy. Maybe it will never end. The summer never ends when you're with me. The summer